One, two, three. Hello, welcome or welcome back. I am your most magnanimous host, Michael Nicole. This is the stuff that I've been sketching. This is what I sketched yesterday on stream. Skip ahead. I like to start every stream by showing you what I did the previous stream, and then we can get into what we're drawing today. So, buckle in. If you have any questions, any concerns, you got anything pertaining to Procreate, perhaps I can help you out. If not, sit back, get your art supplies out, and get ready to draw along with yours truly. Cheers. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this, but at the start of every stream, I usually pull up a couple of websites for very loose inspiration. Oftentimes, let me show you. Oftentimes I don't choose a specific image. I'll just scroll around and something will jump out at me like, oh, I love that color palette, and I'll try to remember maybe like, oh, what is that, like a pink and like a purple, a bluish gray. Nice, right? Like that. So maybe I'll try to keep that palette in mind for later, or maybe I'll save, or maybe I'll save it for, to be used as this color swatch. Oh, I'm like, oh, this is great. This is some great line work. Maybe I'll try to replicate some of these lines in my art later. I try to do my best. Ooh, this is a great perspective. Excellent composition. Or better yet, sometimes I'll go to ArtStation. Take a look and think. Really like these lines. Nice blend of pencils and pens and concept art. Excellent expression, excellent stylization. The solid lines of her form here, her body, contrast very nicely against the organic flowiness of her hair. Really good stuff. Again, another one, an excellent color scheme. I mean, yes, the composition is extraordinary, but you pick and choose stuff you are inspired by, and sometimes things grab you and sometimes they don't. But it's kind of like for me, when I'm working on a piece, or before I sit down at my desk to get started on something new, I do like to take a look around, see, not every time I'm inspired directly. Sometimes it's just a feeling, or I get an idea from something that I've just seen, and it might not even be a direct correlation. It might be very tangential. It might be like, oh wow, that was a great use of hair or eyes, and then I'm just saying hair and eyes because of this freaky thing I drew yesterday. But this drawing itself, actually, I showed everybody yesterday, but let me show you again, just to reiterate yesterday's quote-unquote inspiration, to show you what I mean by loosely based. So this is some gal. Oh, apparently this is somebody named Blanca something. No idea. She's eating some kind of fucking fruit. But I saw this and I thought, oh, that's cool. But not much to it. A lady, very romantically, she's giving, I call this look BJ eyes. I don't know if I'm probably, I'm only 4 minutes in. Fuck it. Blowjob eyes. Camera blowjob eyes. It's when the camera is slightly above. The gal is gazing up. You can see the bottom of the whites of her eyes. It's not exactly BJ camera angle, but it's close, right? And she's got this thing in her mouth that she's holding. It's very provocative, the image, right? But I thought, well, that's neat and all, but what if we took that provocative image and made it freaky? What if we made it weird? And hence the drawing you see before you, friends. So yes, so the inspiration is, listen, I heard a writer. He once said, "When you're waiting for the muse," I'm paraphrasing, "the only time she'll come, more often than not, is if you're working." So, let that be a lesson to any of you lovely artists out there. Get to work, and if you're looking for inspiration, you'll find that sometimes inspiration, she'll show up out of the blue, but it's helpful if you're already at your desk getting your work done, even if you're uninspired, because you never know. The muse might just show up and come give you a visit. It's my experience as well. That when you're working, you make it much easier for her to find you. So today we're going to be warming up with a portrait. I want to try something. I want to try something up close and at an angle. This, I'm doing a combination of gestural and, this is, it's what's funny about this is, what's funny about this is, a lot of times when you're doing gesture stuff, it's to kind of build up the flow, I'd say, the flow of the art via shape and line. So shape and line come together to give you, this is where you'll find your through lines and all that other artistic good stuff that, can help you lead people's eyes to certain places. Just your illustration, your composition 101 stuff, right? This is where, you also might toss in your contrapposto. I don't know if that's the exact way to say it, but, if you're an art nerd, you know what I mean. However, I do gesture and form at the same time in this weird, because I never learned the correct way to do it. I believe the correct way to do it is to break it up, like here, for like if you're drawing a body in motion or maybe jumping, right? You've got kind of a, like, okay, this is the general form of the body, and then the head, the torso. I'm going to put one of her legs up, right? One of her legs is up, one of her legs is back and down. You see the through line, though? You see the through line, you see the gestural nature of it, right? I think this is the... What's up, Tanko? You see this, right? So, like, this is generally the idea of a gesture. You're not worried about form or anything. It's all about the flow and the lines and the way they speak to each other. It's actually pretty cute. It's a pretty cute little hop. And then, then you go in, and once you have the gestural stuff figured out, then you go in, and then it's form time, right? It's like, oh, okay, well, this is here. And then you might actually, some artists have been known to box out their stuff, like, okay, yes, a box here, some cylinders here, or we're going with a upward camera. So yada yada yada, right? I do this weird Frankenstein of the two of them at the same time. So I'm figuring out her in my brain, I'm like, okay, her body should lay like this. Hey, whiteboardists. Whiteboardist, thank you for the 23 months, buddy. Tier 1, 23 months. You're still on the board, whiteboardist. Number 3, Dono tip buddy of the month. Mr. Tips, Mr. Just the Tip, Mr. Americana, Mr. Liberty, whiteboardist. Hello, friend. Welcome and welcome back. In your chat while in a Zoom meeting for class. Are you on mute right now? What kind of class is it, buddy? Oh yeah, so as I was saying. So, hey!
Oh, it's never just the tip with me.
Well, that's why you just gotta tell them it's just the tip. Dude, I was watching this adult video the other day. And it was one of those parties. It was like one of those bachelorette style parties. And the male strippers were just like doing their thing. And then, dude, there was some lady who was definitely like easily in her late 30s. And she was dressed like somebody's aunt. And she just definitely started fucking slobbing this dude's knob. Like, and there is no way this woman was a paid adult entertainer. Like, there were definitely a few adult entertainers in the party. There were definitely a few adult entertainers in the party to like really get the other gals going. But there was definitely a majority of just normies in there that weren't doing anything. But this Rego, like, there's no way you'll ever convince me that she was some paid. Like, I'm telling you, dude, she looked like such a regular lady they just grabbed off the street, which is fucking giving this dude a BJ just like right in like the chair, right in like the dancing bear. I don't know what the dancing bear is. Is that a move? I was like, yo, people are fucking wild, man. People are wild. What's up, fun time? Right, where was I? Yes, okay, so this gal is going to be laying down. And I want the camera angle. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm going to distort the image. This is a little, I was actually showing everybody yesterday. If you're setting up your image and the perspective lines are weird. So like the perspective lines are going to be very weird here. We're actually technically looking at this woman upside down. Like here, this is probably the better way to be looking at it. This is a fun brain exercise though, right? Here, draw somebody upside down. Can he do it? Not convincingly. A lot of times, SWs who have aged out of prime roles do more background work in quote public videos like that. And no, it's an adult video ground film, that type of parties that you described. Now, are any of them ever real ladies? Because you know what, man, if it was whoever the casting person was, nailed it. Because that lady looked like the lady who's like bagging your groceries at Walmart or something. Hey, Pink. You know what, Pink? I should try to sketch more black women. It's something I don't often do, is because it's not that I don't like to do it. That'd be weird. It's that it's not something I often do, just generally speaking. Like I don't specifically target women of color. But that's led me to be a little insecure in depicting general black features. I'm gonna be honest with you. Generally, and this is subconscious usually. Subconsciously, the type of face that I generally draw is honestly one that looks more like my own. So like there's like, I don't necessarily have a mono lid. I've got like a heavy lid that kind of makes it look like a mono lid sometimes. I do have double lids, but what ends up like my eyes take on a almond like shape. So lots of times if you look at my art, like even yesterday's weird art, I kind of give my eyes to this guy's got more of a double lid, but the girl definitely has more of a mono or a hooded lid. And that's kind of more often like this gal, same thing. All right, maybe I should mix it up a little bit. This gal, same thing. All right. Anyway, sometimes I draw, but sometimes I'll draw a white broad. But my default is kind of either Caucasian features or features that look like my own. And it's not like I'm not trying to go like a social justice warrior on you. But from an artistic standpoint, I think it's just an excellent practice, man. It's good to know how to draw multiple types of faces. I mostly draw males, sci-fi, and aliens. I'm not very good at backgrounds, but I try. Wild perspective backgrounds are still, I mean, clearly, I'm literally drawing a woman, foreshortened. So like her head is here and her feet are all the way down there. And the camera is above her, kind of looking down. So like this is like I said, this is the plane that she's on. I love wild perspective. Wild and weird perspective. It's a lot of fun for me. And even drawing her upside down like this is it's freaking my brain out. But I think that's a good thing. Because what's nice about this little challenge here is it's forcing my brain to think differently than normal. Craziest thing in the US, that it's legal if you film it, but if you're not and you don't get paid, but it's not if you don't. So you're talking about, wait, so whiteboardist, are you saying that if you were to have a bachelorette party where the gentlemen show up and they do their dances, dancing bear style, and the ladies end up performing on them, we'll say, having a little, some of the ladies end up having a little taste of the action. If there are cameras there, everybody's good. If there are no cameras there, everybody's getting arrested. Y'all going to jail? I might give Extreme Perspective a try. Looks fun and epic. What's one? Have I done? You know what, man? The closest thing is I've been drawing some of my characters. I've been drawing floating from above and looking down. So like you're actually, so like you're looking up at Mob Psycho as he kind of looks down at you, which has been fun to do. A fun upward camera angle. Here's another one. My friend Middream also, so like kind of floating. So doing this fun floating perspective, that's been a good time. Drawing stuff like that. But backgrounds, the last few backgrounds that I did, here's a weird 1-point perspective, but this isn't wacky perspective. This is just, I mean, yeah, there's some foreshortening here, but this is manga, this is a manga influenced piece, baby. So this is just singular focal point. Let's see. Here we have camera. We have the opposite. It's a downward camera angle. So as you can see, you're the camera's slightly above, looking a little bit slightly below eye level. So like the horizon is actually probably where the bottom of the square is, right? You can kind of see it in your mind's eye that, oh, okay, there's where the horizon is. But the rest, the majority of stuff I've been doing has been very straightforward camera work. Even this piece, all right, this one, the camera's at a slight tilt, but even then it's not, you know, the perspective is still pretty straight. Now, in hindsight, what I could have done is I could have, oops, not that. I could have distorted it like this, at least the background. I could have distorted it so that it was a little bit more, the perspective was a little bit more dramatic, we'll say. Again, I wouldn't do this now because it's, you know, I would have to retool everything, but you see what I mean? How like the perspective when it's when you push things, it makes it more, you see the back, or look at the background specifically. Less about magic, although because she's still in the forefront. But when you change the camera angle, especially for a background like this, it really makes things appear more grandiose, right? So like, oh wow, we're really in a church now. You see? Because it's actually, because what the camera angle in this piece is doing, and what the lines are affirming, is the same vibe when you walk into a cathedral, for the most part, or especially of a large church. If you've ever been in a giant one like St. Pat's or something, or you know, any of the bigger ones, when you walk into them and you look up, they are so many feet tall. You literally have to crane your neck to see the arches. So it's almost like it forces you to be in awe of it, right? Just as a talking monkey that we are, you just look up, you're like, oh my God, God is here. This'll do. Listen, I don't dislike this just because I didn't perspective the shit out of it. But in hindsight, if I were doing it again, I'd probably make it a little bit more dynamic in perspective. Perspective's important, man. Perspective can help tell a story. And so we're having a little fun with perspective today, but specifically with backgrounds. It's handy.
Bang, bang, you're the best.
Hey, Sunny Bee. Welcome. Here we go. Let's see. Yes, if you get paid for SW, El Sexo Worko, it's legal if it's not filmed and distributed. It's illegal if it's not filmed and distributed. Wild rules. That's why street corner work is highly cracked down on, but adult films have a huge industry. One gives daddy a taste of the funds, the other doesn't. As with most things, the causes issues US, they'd be better off just legalizing, regulating it. Not ideal for either perspective, but better than what we have now. Of course. Zunny B, what brings you to the stream, buddy? Oh, hey, whiteboarders, check it out. New camera, baby. I got a new camera. The lighting's a little bit more dramatic. Dramatic lighting. I can make it more dramatic if I shut this one off. Dramatic lighting. Now this is the money one. I shut this off. Now it's just a single low light. It seems like now I'm I'm practically fucking Robert Pattinson. Barely see me. This one is my overhead. This one is like interrogation room. No, that's my the fuck is the light called when it's it frames the, it gives me like, I think it's called the rim, maybe rim lighting. It's the one where it outlines my shoulders, like you see my hand, right? Even my hair, right? Backlight. Thank you, buddy. I'm using a three camera light, right? So I've got my key light. My key light's here, right? That's the main key light's here. Backlight's here, and this is my fill. See the fill? Now I'm filled. Three. It's It's called I think it's called key lighting, where you got a 3-point lighting setup. Backlight, rim lighting, or edge lighting. Yes, that's what this does. And what's really helpful, because let's check it out. When I've got my fill light and my key light, when I've got those on, but I keep this off, you see how I just get lost in the background? Even though I've got 2 lights on me. With this one gone, I'm like, you fucking I feels like I'm going to blend into the shadows. With this guy on, even though it only hits my back and behind me, it really makes me... Anyway, so yes, I literally just like went to YouTube and I was like, lighting? I was like, YouTube, lighting? YouTube, lighting? Me, stupid? Teach lighting? Me, stupid? And then yeah, three-point lighting is like the most basic, like 3-point lighting is like lighters 101. Now I do have I have that light in the very background, way in the distance there. Just because you gotta light the shield, dude. America. He just turns off the backlight and slips out of the room. I gotta watch that film again. America. America indeed. All right. Back to doodling, back to doodling. Are you, whiteboarders, are you going to be seeing... Oh, the reason why things do look a little bit different is because I got a new camera lens. I didn't get a new camera set up. I didn't buy a new camera. I definitely don't have that kind of money. But yes, new camera lens. It's been excellent. I'm loving it. And I'm loving that it only cost me like 60 bucks. I think it was like, again, I said 70 yesterday, but I think it was 50, and then after shipping and handling was like 60, and then with tax was like another, I think maybe that's why it was 70. Whatever. Compared to the $600 that the professional lens costs, it was cheap by comparison. Have I watched Halo at all? No. You know what? I've heard a lot of the backlash from Halo. People much like with Judge Dredd. People did not like how Master Chef took his helmet off. People are pissed. A lot of diehard Halo nerds don't like it. I have feelings and thoughts. Now, I am not a diehard Halo guy. I can't take that accolade. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I have been a lifelong PlayStation boy. I've owned every PlayStation console except the PS5 because I don't have $500 lying around, and I don't have the time to camp out in front of GameStop or endlessly refresh a browser on waiting for certain days in order to get one. But yes, so my Halo, I had a few friends growing up where they had Halo, right? So I'd go over, I was young. I was going over my friend's house. He had I think he had Halo 2. And we'd play at his house. I was like, I like this game. And then I would get high on shrooms and play. Most fun I've ever had gaming was Halo 3 with my boys. Did you do the quad screen split where y'all just went after each other's asses? Because that's what we did. I left PlayStation when Halo came out. As a Halo guy, I have no desire to see that new show. I have played Halo since day one. Read some of the books. Seen some of them, seen the movies and anime. Wow, whiteboardist. All right, listen. That is, yo. That's devotion. As a Halo guy, I have no desire to see that show. Pink says, I like it, but I also read the books too, and I could care less if he takes his helmet off. Just so the actor can get paid for FaceTime. That's the actor from American Gods, right? And Orange is the New Black, if I remember correctly. I don't know if anybody in the chat have seen any of those shows and the Halo show. The main issue people have is they said they needed to do that to characterize him. They never made the actor FaceTime excuse. They said they ignored the game on purpose in developing it. They said they had to use his face to properly characterize him. But so far, he seems like an idiot. Alternate universe or not, he feels poorly written. The Leprechaun from American Gods. Is that him? Is that the same guy? Because I only saw a screenshot of Master Chief with his helmet off, and that's who he looked like. Is it the same guy? The old Halo 3 live action trailers look way better visually. That's sad. Sad.
You're not here for the orgy?
Hey, Nicole is rating my booty hole with viewers. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Nikki G. Nikki, this is what I sketched yesterday, you little animal. Look how weird this is.
All up in your booty hole.
Yeah, Nikki just spread open my butt cheeks and spit in my booty hole. Like we're in jail.
I have all the regret. I wish you could have seen my facial reaction to that one.
Kudos for keeping it clean.
She deliberately chewed on hot Cheetos before spitting my booty hole, specifically to burn me up, Matt.
Ooh,
can you believe it?
Damn. Yeah. That really did become the chili ring, huh?
The chili ring.
Yeah, she learned it on Epstein Island, Matt.
Oh, Nikki. I knew when she got into that George Clooney coffee business, she was getting in too deep.
That's
That's hot, whiteboardists. Hey, whiteboardists. Thanks for the tip.
Shut up, Corey. Thank you for the shout out.
Yes, shout her out. Shout her out. Could we get a shout out for Maddie, Mr. Maddie?
If only Nikki's family knew. They think she's so innocent. If only they knew she was spitting hot Cheeto spit into people's bum holes.
Nikki, you're so lean. Man.
You see it? You see it, bud?
Yeah, this is crazy, dude. Am I allowed to ask how much you weigh? Is that rude?
That is rude, technically.
It's rude technically, but like Nikki's a special case, though.
Fair enough.
You don't have to say if you don't want to, if you're uncomfortable.
I could write it to you.
In kilograms, please.
God, I could write it to you, but don't judge, man.
I won't.
I
no,
know
of course.
you. We're besties, man. Here's the thing. I will show you. I'll give you my highest and what I'm at right now. Okay.
Okay. I won't say it.
Seriously, Nikki, how many stone have you lost? Let's just screw with people in the conversions.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now, bud.
Let's see.
I'm still going.
Wow, man, you guys, man. Wow. I would have guessed. I'm not gonna say what you're at, but I would have guessed like 130s, 140s would have been where my head was.
So I have been told a lot by even at my highest, nobody believed me that I was even in that range.
I didn't, because there was you at your highest you had a decent amount of weight more than me at 6'1".
Yeah. and Joe. So sometimes when he's like, do you want to get on top? And I was like, nah, dude, I just don't want to smash you. Like literally, I don't
crush you.
want to smash you. It was tough. It was tough, but also again, everything that I was going through with the other shit did not make it. It was so hard, Mikey. And I'm like, There's got to be something. And like even on my driver's license before I lost all the weight and like all like, did what I had to do. I told the guy at the DMV, he goes, how much do you weigh? And I told him and he goes, no. And he gave me a lower weight.
Wow.
And I was like, okay.
Get an argument with the DMV guy. I know how much you weigh.
Yeah, but hey, I'll take what
I've been doing this job for 30 years, Bob.
130.
Yeah, it's
Sure,
like
I'll
one of those
take that.
carnies that can like eyeball your weight.
Right. I'll get you within 5 pounds. What? It's my license.
Man.
All right, Rob, now you get
Yeah.
on the scale.
But tomorrow's rest day. So.
Rest? What are you doing tomorrow?
No,
Resting.
nothing. Resting.
Oh, you're like Jesus.
Yeah, tomorrow. What was it? Monday was Wow, what was Monday? It was chest
Oh, hey now.
and back, and then today was
But
legs and glutes. Tomorrow rest, and then I think Thursday is. I forgot what day 3 and day 4 is. I know I have shoulders upcoming, and definitely the arms. Your girl's got to lose this part of her, and I think I should probably implement that more, just because summer's here, and I don't want to see the flap.
no
Well,
flaps.
not summer's here, but summer's coming.
No flaps for Nikki.
Nope, I
Yeah.
just take my own way. If I ever want to go visit you, I could just fly my way there.
Yeah, Nikki No Flaps is what we'll call her.
Nikki, no flaps.
You ever hear the Nikki who? Nikki no flaps, huh?
Nikki, no flaps.
Fucking maniac.
47.
Fuck me, man. That's a goddamn long time, Evo. Evo, you still look like $1 million, baby. You still got it. Tuts.
Beautiful as the day you met.
Toots.
Tuts. Evo, did you expect to be called Tuts today at any point?
Ooh, my knee just popped. So, what's new, buddy? You look like you're in a very dramatic room right now. Did you change your area?
You're sketching a Riddler's victim.
Oh, you were blocking the closet. I was like, where are you?
Here, I'll do you the close-up.
Yeah.
I got a new camera lens, so everything is crispy. It's more clear. And I was telling everybody the lights. So I got a edge light, key light, fill light. Now I would want to add some lights back here to kind of make this pop, because it is, like I was saying, when I shut off certain lights, I do feel like I'm going to blend. I'm going to melt into the shadows, like.
Let the light make love to your face, Michael.
Yeah. Gotham's a big city. I can't be everywhere.
Sometimes you gotta eat, you know.
Weird.
It's got a cinematic look. Yeah, it is more cinematic, baby. Yes, I always expect to be called Toots, says Evo. What did I come back to? Rum. How do we get Rum on voice chat? What's the move? What do we do?
3 times.
What do we offer her?
Whoa. She likes pigs. Don't sacrifice it to her, though.
Yeah.
Does she eat pig?
Don't murder it.
I'm sure. I don't know.
Didn't
I'm
we
sure
talk about
bacon?
Is Bacon Rum's nickname? Her new nickname?
No, I think she's sticking with the Piggly Wiggly. Or something in that
you
world.
dirty pig.
Oh, Rum
She
loves little
bacon and
pigs, but she also loves bacon.
I just imagine she's holding one. Like, I love little pigs, and she looks down
Dude,
at
look
it.
at
but I
her
also
emote
love
that she just
bacon.
dropped.
Let me look at this. Let me look at this emu she just dropped.
It's her holding a pig. Rum huggy.
Yeah, but she's not a hypocrite. She prefers to be the one to slaughter the pig. So
Where's the one of her making the bacon though?
I had bacon this morning.
Oh yeah. Did Joe make
you
it
guys
for
like
you?
your bacon crispy or still a little fatty?
Crispy.
Crispy.
Yeah, I agree. all
Crispy,
the
but like not like there's levels to crisp.
way.
'Cause
Overcooked
Right.
crispy's terrible.
yeah, no, that's like you're eating like a brick of salt.
Yeah, where like it just breaks
It's
in
like
your
glass?
hand no matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Terrible.
No. A little
You make
firm.
bacon that way, you should probably not make bacon anymore.
Yeah. No, a little bit firm. That's why I like to I don't generally fry, I generally bake. I find it
Air
cooks
fry
it.
that shit, brother.
Or air fry, for sure.
Yeah.
I've actually never air fried bacon, but
Oh,
I
it
have
comes out so crispy.
baked it.
Yeah.
So tasty.
I baked it. It cooks
Oh,
it because the
tasty.
bacon cooks it more evenly. For what I found, like nice, it's even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the shrink isn't nearly as bad. 'Cause
Yes.
There's not as much heat bearing down on it.
Yeah. And then it allows me to, while the bacon's baking, I could do other things. I get the eggs ready.
I want to
Yeah.
make bacon wrapped stuffed jalapenos soon.
Oh,
You know what I got the other
Yeah.
day? I got a jack cheese, but it was a pepper jack cheese. But this pepper jack, it wasn't just peppers. It was ghost pepper jack cheese.
Oh, so truly a spicy.
My goodness, man, it was
Oh,
so
sounds
hot,
good, though.
but it was like it wasn't so hot that like I couldn't enjoy myself. It had a kick. I was like, ooh wee.
See, but that sort of spicy I like. It's like
Yeah.
hot Cheeto spicy I don't like. That's just death but dust.
Yeah, no. Like I've had ghost pepper or they sell that hot sauce where they sell it to you not in a jar but in like in a vial with a droplet, like a little dropper.
Yeah.
And they're like, you could they're like, hey, when you're mixing a guac and like dip, maybe a drop for the whole bowl. And they're like, if you put more, that's on you, not on us. This is your warning.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take. Like, I want to enjoy. I want to be able to feel my mouth as I eat the
Dude.
cheese.
And I was like, my friend's like, oh, dude, put one on a chip. So I put like a drop on a chip and I put it in my mouth. And it was like one of those like Carolina, ghost peppers. And dude, my mouth felt like it was fucking on fire for like the next hour.
Oh.
Like it was just like, now, luckily
then
it was
if
just a
you-
drop. It wasn't like a
If
whole
you
pepper.
consume too much, then you have digestion issues.
Yeah, no, you're definitely like, no, no. People who do people puke, they shit themselves, they're like in misery.
Food poisoning. It's like purposeful food poisoning.
poo.
Where do I
Food
get this?
poisoning.
Where do I
My
get
mouth
this
is
death
so dry.
sauce? I need it. Yeah, no, there's you could I mean, I'm sure either type in Carolina Reaper or ghost pepper sauce or
Probably even
hot
on like
sauce.
Amazon too.
Yeah,
man.
you'll probably be
Feel
able to
free run
find
your
it.
head into a wall too. It's all the same effect.
Yeah, no, it's but that stuff is no joke, man. And listen, I'm the kind of guy I can and have eaten jalapenos just straight. Like you could toss me a jalapeno and I'll just eat it.
Oh, hell
Chomp,
yeah.
chomp.
Jalapenos are shit.
But no, man, there's a threshold, dude, where it's like, oh, this is just pain. Like I'm just in agony.
enjoying myself anymore.
Hey, Dragon, thank you for the subscription, Dragon.
Is that your Batman?
Yeah.
Hey,
That-
Hey,
Dragon.
Dragon.
Hey,
Hey,
Dragon boy.
Dragon.
Draggy boy.
Well, I just imagine the person's name is Dragon, so I'm going like we're like 1980s action movie where it's like Dragon, snakes,
I was going like Mushu.
turbo.
Clearly haven't heard of the dragon, have you?
Dishonor on you.
Rude.
The dragon eats several drops of the hot sauce like a goddamn man.
Dishonor on your cow.
He goes 3 drops deep. He's an animal.
I've seen those the one chip challenge. Has anybody tried that?
No, what's
No.
that?
What's that?
It's literally like the whole bag is one chip, and it's supposed to be incredibly hot.
Oh. No, man,
That
dude,
doesn't seem like that. Just
no.
seems like torture. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and waterboard myself as well.
Yeah,
One chip challenge. Let's see.
it's like, hey, yeah, no, this is like
Oh.
you're gonna have acid reflux and horrible indigestion for who knows how long. Oh, and you're
Yeah,
also
dude.
gonna be in pain. You're gonna be in sheer pain. You're
Can't wait to go home. What you doing tonight, Matt? Hitting my dick with a hammer. Oh, sounds like fun.
yeah. No.
None of like, and I don't know, like you don't even get any nutrients from that. And you probably get the opposite. Probably dehydrates the shit out of you.
Right.
Yeah, they're showing videos of people doing this right now, and they are just like,
They're in pain.
whoo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, there's just certain things in life where I'll do a little bit of it, but the extreme version of it it makes no sense to me. Like rock climbing, right? I've been to a couple of those gyms where you climb up the wall And it's a little scary, but then you get to the top, you're like, ooh, we did it. And then you get down, well, everybody have a good time, yay. But I've also been rock climbing where I did a relatively easy route upstate New York with a friend of mine, the Shwangunk Mountains. And I went up about 200 feet. And the entire time I'm like, oh, the only thing keeping me from certain death is my asshole friend who I trusted to tie my harness up and to put the little clips in the mountain and make sure that these hold in. Otherwise, I'm not wearing a helmet, so if I fall, I'm definitely gonna crack my fucking skull open on this mountain. The whole time thinking like, why? I'm thinking, why am I doing this? Like, this is like fun, enjoyable, but the payoff to like fucking up and like screwing up and hurting myself is just not fucking worth what I'm doing.
Was this around the same time as Mission Impossible 2's release?
No, my God, no. I was in my.
She didn't want to be a little mini Tom Cruise.
No.
I don't know how you could be mini Tom.
Mini.
Dude, they have a warning that's like at the end of it. Oh my God. Seek medical attention should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Well, that shit
that's what I'm
happens because it
talking
gets
about,
in your fucking like lung
lungs.
tract. and
Yeah, how are you supposed to
ugh,
breathe?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
It's
except
called pneumonia from if you get pneumonia and die from a hot chip, that's Darwinism. It is what it is.
right. So like that's what I'm talking about, man. Like there's like the fun stuff where it's like, oh hey, it's a little bit of spice, or hey, just a little bit of heights, or it's just but like the most hardcore example, it doesn't appeal to me ever, not ever.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no
miss
thanks.
me with that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. Like I like food, is what it is too. Like I don't
Sure.
I don't know. It's like I'm not eating food to hurt myself. Like I'd rather not have to spend all night on the toilet because I ate a fucking hot chip. Oh, this seems like a good dare, right? A good challenge, and then 3 hours of misery. I'm good.
Somebody posted an article in my Discord earlier where a couple, like a middle-aged couple in like their 40s and 50s, they were doing a TikTok, not a TikTok challenge, but doing a TikTok fad, where they burn wood. However, you're like, oh, wood burning, that's cool. This TikTok trend, you crank the voltage up of the wood burning tool. You crank the voltage up. Some people have been repurposing microwave, like literal microwave equipment in order to get the like voltage high enough to make the current. Because what this wood burning device, quote unquote, does is it creates a arc and electrifies the wood, but so severely that it burns the wood in a beautiful well, they look like little lightning blasts that look like tree roots, but like it's because the lightning, the electricity is arcing through the wood looking for perches rather. So it leaves these really cool marks, but like it's super fucking dangerous. And this couple, the coroner suspects that they were both electrocuted by this device, and then their house burned down. Or alternatively, they died in the fire. One of those two things. But either way, they are dead, most likely due to this device that they were using that they learned about off of TikTok. I don't know what reminded me of that.
TikTok kills people.
He's already dead.
Yeah, no, it's sad as hell, but also like, goddamn, man, what the hell what was the thought process there?
I mean, I've seen those videos where they basically burn etch it in there, but like everybody's trying what they can to get famous.
Yeah, right. Was it worth the TikTok? Was it worth the TikTok fame? And also, you imagine that people get smarter as they get older, but not always. Some people do get wiser and learn from their experience and become a more well-rounded individual. And other people, They melt themselves in their home due to a TikTok challenge. Sometimes I think about some of the dum dums that I went to high school with, and I think, man, some of those dickheads are cops now. Dude, I got a ticket a couple years back for not stopping at a stoplight. Now I had done a rolling stop, but I guess I hadn't stopped enough for the officer, so I ended up going to court to fight it. Yada yada yada. But the officer showed up with a written statement, and this dude was reading his testimony in front of the judge. And man, it's really easy to forget that some people, their reading comprehension is just super low, and I felt like I was back in elementary school. You remember when in elementary school the teacher would go around and have different members of the class, different students in the class, read from a text of some sort? Yeah. And like some of the kids would be like really gung ho about it, like, ooh, Mrs. So and so, let me read. Let me read. And a bunch of kids were like, oh man, don't call me. And without question, usually the teacher would call on one of the kids who were really shitty at it. And then
that's because they knew. Yeah,
and then the kid would like hold up, and the fucking text would be like shaking, and they'd be like, okay. And then Mr. Richards went through the door. That's exactly how the cop read his statement. His own written statement about what transpired that day. That's how he read it to the judge. He was shaky. He was missing words and stuff. I'm like, dude, this guy's fucking half retarded. And the judge was like, was there anything you'd like to say? And I basically talked to the judge the way I talked to you. I'm like, well, judge, let me tell you.
Let me rap with you for a second.
Judge, bond with me here. And of course, I definitely lost, because at the end of the day, it's the cop's word against mine. So the judge always sides with the cop.
That we should consider having them
you should have been like, you actually let this guy carry a fucking gun?
Right? This guy's a retard, judge.
You don't get it, judge. You need to talk to him for 2 minutes.
No, but what was great was that I postponed it for over 2 years. So the points that would have been on my license, it's retroactive. So the points were gone, because the points last 13 or 16 months, and I was already at the 24-month mark. So even though I was found guilty, it's retroactive. So technically, I was found guilty from 2020. So that was a nice little
milking the system. Nice.
Yeah, fuck the system, baby.
Agreed, especially with cops like that on the road.
Yeah, man, I'm a fucking dickhead. Ah, well.
You do me a favor, can you give yourself the Miranda rights?
Can you read this for me? What does this say? It's like, yeah, sir, you wrote this yourself.
I can't read it. I knew it was hard to read. Yeah, but you wrote it. I just, you know. I'm getting old. So why are you still out here? Well, I'm not that. Which one is it?
Oh, man. Wait, so what did Nikki do on her stream today?
She played a little bit of Grounded, and then she played some Killing Floor 2.
Who is the Killing Floor champ?
Well, she had a group of Randys she was playing with, some random people, so like, I don't know.
A bunch of randos?
Yeah, I went up to make dinner and I came down and she was playing with randos. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Were they treating her nice?
I think they were trying to talk to her, but she wasn't in game chat. She was like, I don't want to fucking talk to them.
Ha!
I'm excited because I found a rare game that I'm gonna stream. Fucking, they made a terrible Rainbow arcade game, like a light gun shooter for the arcades in like 06.
Really?
And I got a key for it on the PC for like $12. So House of the Dead remake is hitting PC and shit this week. So I'm gonna do a whole
Wow.
like a whole rail shooter day.
Dude, I remember House of the Dead. I was so bad at that game.
Dude, not only that, but then I went on the abandonware websites and downloaded House of the Dead 2 and 3.
Fuck yeah, dude. If only you had
So
like
yeah, it's gonna be a fun day.
if only they made like a VR setup with gun for that game.
And that's what I don't understand, dude. Like the PlayStation 3 had it right. The only reason I still have a PS3 is because it had the PlayStation Move and a bunch of really awesome light gun games.
Mm.
Like my PS3, I have the only one of the only games I wasn't able to find was in fact the Rambo game. Because it was such a piece of shit, they pulled it so quickly it was quote unquote rare.
Dude, I was so like at the higher level of decent, you know, borderlining on good first person shooter player in my youth. So like teens into my 20s, I had those fast twitch muscle fibers, you know. I was good. I could generally fuck somebody up in Call of Duty, especially like team deathmatch or even like search or whatever. However, when it came to arcade style shooters like that, complete garbage. Like I'd never played like Time Crisis, fucking trash. I never was able to figure out why.
Love Time Crisis. Oh, man.
Never able to figure out why.
So much.
House of the Dead, Time Crisis, you put one of those guns in my hands, get ready to lose. I don't know.
Oh man, see, I've always been amazing with those. Like those in the Simpsons arcade are my shit.
Yeah, no. I guess it was maybe it was like the pedal coordination too. Maybe that was what threw me off.
I like to think my ADD does help by keeping me continuously twitchy, so I'm good at those games.
Yeah, maybe it was like the foot coordination with the mix
Well,
too. Just had me on my yeah.
The Time Crisis had the foot. House of the Dead you had to shoot off screen to reload.
Right.
They all had the big ones all had their own thing. Then they had what was it, Silent Scope, which was a sniper game.
I didn't play that one.
Oh, that one had like a full like sniper rifle in front of you, and you would look in the actual scope, and there was like a little screen in there.
That's awesome. I wonder if
It really was an awesome arcade game.
Do you think they still have games like that currently in like a Dave and Buster's type game?
Well, they do if they're working. Like we went to Dave and Buster's like a month or so ago, and they had a Halo game. They had a new House of the Dead I'd never seen. They had a couple others, but they weren't working. And then the only other one they had that was like a first-person shooter was this weird gimmicky, like you were basically in an elevator going down this giant tower. And so in between stages, these metal doors would close in front of the fucking screen. And then the elevator doors would open in game, and so would the metal doors open from in front of the screen. And it was just kind of shitty.
Yeah, that's so fun.
It was just weird. It was all in like cell phone, 9:16 format.
Oh wow, huh?
Yeah, it was just weird, dude.
What's up, Kabong?
He's right, dude. Silent Scope was awesome. I'm sorry you never played it.
Listen, there was a time where I just stopped going to arcades.
The arcades died, man.
They died, dude. But listen, man. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of stuff from my youth that I could give two fucks about, but there's some stuff that I do still long for, like the old man that I am. Video store rentals, including Blockbuster.
I miss Blockbuster, but I also worked at Blockbuster, so I'm a little, and like I enjoyed it for most of my time there.
Bookstores, mom and pop bookstores. Barnes and Nobles kind of ate them all up.
There was something always nice about going to a small bookstore and just like spending a while in there looking at shit.
Comic book shops. There used to be.
I love small bookstores.
There used to be comic book shops around here. Like, you go in like just about every neighborhood in Queens had at least one, if not two. Early days when I was a wee chap, and then they just started disappearing, man. So yeah, arcades also fit into that. Now Now, if you're a store, you want to survive, you have to be kind of a. Even most of the comic book shops I know, they're not just comic book shops anymore. There's no way they wouldn't live. So they're like comic slash manga slash tabletop RPG slash like Pokemon cards, Magic cards. They have
I feel
become,
if they could start getting like licenses to sell weed, they would. That's the resurgence
Right.
of those type shops.
yeah, they've become like local nerd hubs for just kind of like a catch-all nerd
Which
culture.
is kind of cool.
It is kind of cool, actually, but it's
The
like,
only problem is you run into like various elitists in those.
Of
At least the
course.
ones I've been in.
well, that's you know what it is. That's the name of the game because people are fucking assholes, and I understand. I think now I'm a little older. I think I understand it. At the time, I always thought that those guys they were gatekeeping. They were gatekeeping their stores, and they were gatekeeping their hobbies because they were protective of it. Really, they didn't want outsiders to come and ruin it. And now that Disney owns Star Wars, I understand. You know, now that Disney owns Marvel, I understand. Now that many AAA games that might be franchises from days long gone from my childhood have now been bought and sold by giant megacorps, and have ushered in a new era of new fans who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and yet feel they have rights to the character. I think
Hey, buddy, they've seen
understand.
the Marvel universe on film. They
Right.
know everything there is to fucking know.
Yeah, I finally have understood gatekeeping. I think gatekeeping can be good.
The only problem I had was like, especially when I was younger, you would go into those shops and it was, a bunch of fucking older
Oh,
nerds who like you would ask about something and it would be like, yeah, no, you need, whatever, kid.
Yeah, well,
like,
that's
well-
different, right? That's a little kid. The gatekeeping I'm talking about is from Twitter assholes who I can't stand, who've got like weird socio-political agendas and want to, interject their misbegotten beliefs into beloved franchises that they know nothing of.
As always.
The kind of gatekeeping you're talking about, like the early 2000s through the 90s,
Yeah.
and probably into the 80s even, if you're old enough to grow up then. That kind of gatekeeping, that sucked. That was like, they were like nerd bullies.
I hate it. Yeah, there was just like, you're not nerdy enough for here.
Yeah, it's like, you haven't read all 500 issues of Amazing Spider-Man, you little shit.
You mean to tell me you could talk to people outside of this store? Fucking normie.
What do you mean you've
Like,
got regular hygiene habits?
Wait a second. You didn't go to bed at 4 in the morning and wake up at 2 and then claim to be a businessman? Because they all did. I've got a business to run. It's like, I just wanted to know if you had the Predator comic, asshole.
Yeah, hey, you got the new Swamp Thing or not?
Like, can you just fucking tell me instead of trying to make me like feel like a piece of shit because I have other things to do besides jerk off to issue number 47?
Yeah, you see half of Rogue's pussy lip in her leotard.
Right. Well, you don't understand. It's important about the... No, it's not important about the art. It's disgusting. Fucking crusty undies walking around all the time.
That one was directed specifically at Nikki.
The nerd.
Nikki's
I know.
underwear's got the consistency of a saltine cracker.
Oh,
Absolutely
dear.
no crust here. How dare
Holy
you?
shit. That's
How dare you?
Like
like a Chicago pie.
Oh
Eat this.
no, you did not just compare it to our pies. Matthew.
Disgusting. Michael, how dare you?
Michael, yeah, Michael would have been the one.
Chicago
Yeah.
casserole, you mean?
Oh, fuck. I haven't eaten yet tonight, but goddamn, I still might up chug something. Hey, you got a little bit of that old Chicago casserole going around in your jeans, huh? What do you mean? I can smell it, bub. Oh,
Rum is
you don't want to
loving
be
this.
standing. Don't want to be standing next to that person on the train either.
Because you will.
Yeah, it'll be packed, and there'll be that one person that like maybe they didn't shower that morning, they were running late, and they were right to begin with, and then they went through 10 hours of the day, and you have to be standing right next to them,
Yeah, no.
putting your fucking face up against the doors for the little bit of wind that becomes through the crack.
I was on the bus once in my youth, and it was a hot New York City summer. And if you've ever seen the Spike Lee joint "Do the Right Thing," I feel like that gentleman was able to capture the heat, the 100+ degree heat and humidity of a New York City sweltering summer. The garbage is like practically billowing with smoke. It's so fucking hot. There's no relief. And I was on a public bus going home, and the bus's AC had broke down. So the windows were open as much as they could open, which is like half a foot. And people were you were like in a stew on the bus. And I was standing up, and I was seeing this woman. She was she was holding on to the strap hanger or whatever it was, the bar, and she had her arm up. It was a very portly black woman. And I say this because you could see the deodorant flakes on her armpit hair.
Well, I mean, I think especially when you're talking about stench and heat, it does matter. They aren't just useless details.
So this very portly, this rotund black woman, she had her arm up and she was sweltering. She's a big lady, and her deodorant flakes, whenever the bus would jostle over like a pothole, because this is New York City, the wet armpit deodorant flakes would flake off her armpit onto the gentleman's head that was sitting below her, and they did not notice, and it was just and I will
that
never
did
forget.
churn my fucking stomach a little bit. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not easy to get, but like the disgusting BO odor flakes falling upon some poor gentleman's head. I don't know.
Oh no!
I wish I didn't visualize things the way I do at this point.
Well,
Yeah,
I painted a very
on
specific
that.
picture. Friends.
Yeah, you did. Friends.
Rum's jerking off right now.
Ooh, good luck for Rum, because I'm spewing but a different area. I'm going to throw the fuck up.
She's running into her jerk off teepee to get things done.
Through the teepee!
She's having a powwow with her coochie.
Oh, man. Just like Parmesan cheese falling on the dude.
Parmesan on a public transport.
No.
Oh, God. And like, I don't, you'd have to go home and take a full shower too.
Yeah.
Like, cause like that poor dude literally like got home, sits on his couch and rubs his head like hot. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was vile.
And I guarantee you, no way in hell he put two and two together. Like, this is clearly fat black woman deodorant flakes upon my head. He had no idea. He thought it was anthrax. Especially, dude, I remember going onto the train so many times, and the one seat that was available was a puddle of piss. That's why it was available.
Oh, man.
So many fucking times.
Puddle of Piss, famous early aughts rock band.
Nice.
I've also determined that getting jodied is just military grade cuckolding. What's Rum talking about?
What is jodied? Yeah, I'm lost on this one as well.
Jodie Foster from the famous
Accused?
movie. I was gonna go
pinball scene.
I was gonna go Silence of the Lambs, but yeah, no, that works too.
Jodied. What a fucked up way to like bring a new word into the fold. You got jodied, bro. And you got to explain it to everybody every time you.
Maybe she means Joey, like the kangaroo. The
Jody
baby
is a term for someone sleeping with a military guy's girl while he's deployed.
Oh man, I've known a bunch of dudes who that happened to, and I've known a bunch of dudes who have fucking boned a few Marines ladies while they were away.
Why can't people just be honest with each other?
Listen, the person who's cheating with someone else's significant other, they're fucking a scumbag for sure. But they're definitely not the most egregious of the two, right?
No, like that's the thing. Like if you have somebody who's deploying, and you know that you're gonna end up fucking somebody else, like just be like, yo, this is a long time. I can't do this. I don't know. Just be honest with each other.
I wonder how many military wives Corey's boned on his mail route.
Delivering all the packages.
Yeah.
He's got that slick summer mustache.
He's delivering his own kind of freedom.
I was gonna think of something real quick, but the only thing that popped into my head was like freedom fries.
On a bumper sticker. Corey, we're gonna get you that. You can put it on your vehicle. Delivering my own kind of freedom.
So when people say he got Jodied, it means his girl was banging her side hoe and got caught. I've boned many military husbands. Not my proudest flex, but nonetheless. Oh, damn.
Ashley puts a flex emote on there. Pick one.
So you were the villain in those cases, no?
Do you think,
Or were you the side villain? Like, is the real villain the person cheating? I think that's like the worst of the worst.
Yeah, the person who's in a
The
committed
other ones are
relationship.
more or less like.
They're the person.
Although I guess
of
it depends on
opportunity.
like. Yeah, but if you know the situation, you got there's some issues.
No,
there
it's
too.
like you're definitely being a selfish piece of shit. But there's a difference, right? Like you didn't sign up for.
Oh yeah, you're not married. You're committed to fucking whatever you want to fuck. That's
Right.
not your problem.
Yeah.
If they're okay with it, you're not married to anybody.
Yeah, no, you're the symptom of a.
You're committed.
You're the symptom.
I think
of
it would
something.
be. Is it? I would imagine it would be like really bad if it was like one person is the spouse, like they're each spouses of a deployed person, and then they go at it with each other. Was that like a maxi Jody? Like, what is that considered?
I was 100% the villain.
Fair enough.
Do military people ever cheat on their spouses back home with each other? So like, there's some sexy.
I've seen Starship.
Yes.
co-ed
You seen
showers
Starship
and
Troopers?
Fuck yeah, love that movie. It's totally realistic. I don't know. I'd imagine like I part of me wants to think that like barracks would be more secure than a frat house, but I really don't feel like they are.
Frat house.
Like, I don't know. Like it's a bunch of frat men, sorority
Frat.
women who know how to kill things. It's not that there's anything wrong with that.
I've seen a few adult video style movies where they're amateur movies and they swear up and down that the ladies in them are actual military ladies. But I've always been skeptical because can a military lady just be in an adult film while they're in the military? That seems like that's not allowed. I clearly have no fucking idea. That doesn't seem like
I mean,
that would be
I feel
kosher.
like the test needs to be you click on like, for one thing, if the video has the person's name in it, clearly fake.
Right.
And then if they do have the person's name tagged and you click on that person and they have more than one video, clearly fake.
It's gotta be. Make believe.
Unless, they're already out of it and they just kept the fatigues. I don't know.
Right. Affairs have happened during deployments, combat or not. You go through the shit with a battalion for over 9 months. You might knock boots with your comrades.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm so... Like, I get the sentiment, but in the same token, it's like, so release all connections before you go in then. Like, it's all your
Ron.
decision in that point. And I've never looked over at another guy and thought, I need to French this guy, but never say never.
I gotta bang this guy's wife.
Dude, I know we've been in this shit for a while. You want to go make out? Just feeling real lonely and want to touch somebody else's skin. You want to go do something in the showers, bro?
Hey, Ram, do you think any military guys have ever given a dude a pass? Like, yeah, you could bang my wife while I'm gone. Just make sure she's not banging anyone else.
Yeah, she could bang you, but only you.
Only you. Just you.
Anybody else, I kill you both. You gotta be real stern.
Yeah. Rome says, yeah. Rum, who did your boyfriend say you could bang when he went off to the military deployment? Just the mailman.
Hey, Mailman's pretty good looking. I've seen him.
Sergeant Fuckface is someone on my phone that's constantly giving my husband the pass to fuck his wife. Damn. Now, does he
that's
want to
what we
watch?
call a cuck.
See, now I was watching a porno with a new porn star, and she was talking pretty candidly about her personal life. and it made me believe this is like unnecessary. Like it's not this. This is like an amateur, like new, introducing new porn stars to the industry, kind of thing. Like there wasn't like any like shenanigans. Like there wasn't any like false like these are actresses. These are adult film stars, starting off on their career. But this one woman was talking about. I usually skip the intro, but this one was talking about her personal life because she was wearing her wedding ring. And the producers were like, "What's up with the wedding ring?" She's like, "Oh, I'm married." She's like, "What?" She's like, "Whoa!" And like, "No, my husband knows I'm here. My husband encouraged me. In our personal life, he's a cuckold and he likes to watch me fuck other dudes. So this is just be more of that. I'm like, we're gonna watch this video when it's done together." I'm like, "Wow,
Might as well make money off it, I guess."
Crazy, but dudes, there are relationships like that where it's like, yeah, go out and bone these dudes and tell me all about it. Sergeant Fuckface. He definitely wants to watch, but he also just wants his wife to fuck other dudes. God, man, I can't imagine, dude. Nikki, any lady try to make the moves on put the moves on Joseph? Your lover?
Yeah, he when he used to bounce, it was actually pretty funny.
Hey, Rum, why don't you bang this guy's wife?
There's your solution.
Do you think Rum's husband would be okay with her banging another lady more so than another dude?
Yeah. I think most guys would be more okay with that.
Nikki, would Joe be okay with you banging another lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, like your ex-coworker Jackie. She was pretty attractive.
Oh my god. I did not.
He's got specifics and everything. Fuck.
No,
like you remember this person from your very past? That one.
Exactly. Nope. Nope. Anyways.
Because my husband would he definitely wants to watch, but because my husband would want to watch and I can't give him that satisfaction. Oh, you mean like he has to be there in person, not via Zoom call?
That would just be like really. Wouldn't that just be a tease if Rum did like, hey, Zoom called them one day and she's like, by the way, we figured why not? And it's her and the other wife and he's not there. That's like torture.
At least something to jerk off
maybe
to.
That's what she wants.
While he's on the front line.
I guess, but that's really kind of a thing. Like, you know, your firstborn child, you want to be there for that one. Kind of want to be there for that.
Rum
that
is like his
couple,
firstborn child.
Like, why would you guys do this while I was gone? I could have been there.
So rude.
I didn't reference it like that, but you know.
I'd be upset. I'd be like, really? Really? You could have done this when I was in town?
Yeah,
really?
right? You could have
I have a GoPro. I could have been there.
Yeah, you could have GoPro. You could have organized this a little sooner. Yeah, I
like,
got my helmet on.
Said something. It's literally 2 weeks. I've only gone 2 fucking weeks.
He's gone day one. She's like, guess what's going on tonight, big boy?
I sent you a video. What? Hold on, it's downloading.
Hang on, I gotta. What's the Dropbox key again? My hubs and I talked about things like this before, and while I'm open to him sleeping with other women, he's not open to me sleeping with men, but it's okay if I sleep with a woman under his supervision. He's a very odd supervision, dude. He's like a hall monitor.
That's not really all that odd. I mean, to be honest with you, most guys will tell you they don't want their wife or significant other sleeping with other men.
Yes.
You know, that's like an alpha thing. But
that's
like,
that's not odd. That's the deal
norm.
that Joe and I have. He's like, I wouldn't prefer it, but you know, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I get it. And then he's all for like the women, and I would not probably say supervision because I mean, that's
yeah, the
just another way for
supervision
them to
thing's under
They-
like
they
is he
just
like
wanna
over in the
watch,
corner?
bro. Like, yeah. Like, what is he doing? Taking notes?
You've got your pencil number 2 for this session.
Mm-hmm,
Hold on,
It's
homework.
not for science.
Nick,
He's over there drawing it. Like,
maybe he's
what the
giving
fuck?
you cunnilingus notes. It's like, oh,
Pointers.
you call that
Hey,
cunnilingus?
He's got his
you
little
change-
laser like pointing like go there.
Hold on, I made a PowerPoint presentation of my favorite position.
Joe's like, don't ignore the taint.
Oh.
He's got the laser pointer to like it's just projecting on the wall from some source. He's just got photos of the Kama Sutra up. Like, what the fuck? This is pretty dated, no?
Maybe he's like a coach, you know?
Get in there!
Tighter form, tighter form. Come on.
Tell me I really want it.
Maybe he's doing the J.K. Rowling. What the fuck? I forgot. I just forgot the fucking name of the J.K. Rowling drum movie. Whiplash.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
J.K. Rowling. I'm over here like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
When did she write a drum movie?
J.K. Simmons.
God.
Not I wish J.K. Rowling was in a drum movie where she was propagating her her anti-trans agenda.
It's all about the whole. Every song is like, this is what a real woman is. And
Yeah, this is a real woman playing the drums.
I was saying I want to see a wizard movie that isn't meant for children. Like I want to see Pulp Fiction, but every time there's a death, it's with a wand, like that sort of shit.
Dude, I would love to see a like David Fincher style, kind of like a Batman, where it's like a serious dark detective movie, but with magic.
Hell yeah! I
like-
Patronum Marvin in the face.
Like, could you imagine so like in Harry Potter, there do exist magical detective, magic cops, magic like they're almost like private eyes, almost like a Mad Eye movies. They're called Aurors, and they're magic cops, and they work for the Ministry of Magic. But like, I would love like a beat cop, almost like a like Chinatown kind of fucking
Or just like a gritty detective but it's magic. Like it doesn't even not even necessarily in like the Harry Potter universe, just something different. So like because what movies have wizards in them anymore?
Harry Potter, but like you know what I mean, like that level of magic, but except it's like you're dealing with like a magical like serial killer or something to that extent.
Well, I mean, the closest, and it had nothing to do with magic, but the kind of feel I think that I'm thinking of is the movie The Cell.
I didn't see that one. Is that the one with Jennifer?
With Jenny from the Block.
Actually, I remember the commercials for that, but I don't remember the.
Fucking crazy. Vincent D'Onofrio, aka Kingpin, is the bad guy in it.
I remember looking trippy as shit.
It's still, I think it's cheesier now, but it's probably one of the only Jennifer Lopez movies besides Money Train where I'm like, hell yeah, I like that movie.
Matt only likes that and Made in Manhattan. That's the only ones he can get.
Well,
there.
a girl's got to have her favorites. My wife inadvertently made me enjoy Devil Wears Prada.
That's a good film.
It is good, but she put it on while she fell asleep, and
oh, boo!
I watched most of it like out of the corner of my eye, and missed the last 20 minutes. And then she's like, "Well, I guess we have to watch the whole thing now." So we did. I liked it. Good movie. Now I get the Office references more. It's all about getting Office references. Shut up, TikTok.
Hey, Nikki, how come Rummy doesn't want to join us on Voice? Do you think she's scared? Is she? Nikki, is she mad at you? Did you upset her?
Maybe. No, I don't know.
Nikki, she teased Rum again about her ethnic background.
I almost said butthole. I thought
about
that's
her
what you
butthole?
were going with.
Wow.
I was like, where are you going with this, butthole? I don't tease.
You don't tease Rum about her butthole.
Nope.
Psh, I'll believe it when I see
teases
it.
Rum about her butthole. Nobody.
Nobody puts
That's just
butthole
the
in the
one
corner.
thing. It's the one thing that she doesn't want to hear about. Say anything you want, but do not reference my butthole.
Not again. Not after that time.
Not since camp will I allow that.
I don't know, Robbie.
Basically, Nikki was just talking shit about your butthole for some reason.
Yeah, Nikki's got a
Like,
Rum's
around.
butthole puppet that she uses, and the puckering on the puckering on the puppet is well done, Nikki.
It's a marionette. This is my marionette doll set.
Nikki's doing
Just
puppet.
this.
Nikki's doing the talkie face hand movement. How dare you?
It's a puppet that you put your lips in the center circle. For extra
I did no
realism.
such thing, Rum. You know Mikey. Make it
Nope.
nothing.
It was a shadow puppet, to be fair.
But how come? Hey, how
Got some
come?
TikTok videos like we talked finally up there.
Oh yeah,
Keep pumping that one.
what'd you decide to put up on there?
Put a little bit of a collection. I got a couple podcast vids, some Call of Duty, some other stream stuff. The one Call of Duty one's at like 600 views.
Clips.
Oh, hell
Very
yeah.
funny, very funny clips.
Oh.
Get out of here.
So I gotta refine the method. The problem is just editing out the language.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, TikTok is weird about language.
Yeah, well, one of my videos, which I guess it's okay that they censored it a little bit, but like they put that little image over it where you gotta click on it to watch it.
Oh yeah.
And it's the big. Have you seen Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon?
No.
Well, there's a scene where in the very beginning where he's like typing on his DOS computer,
Oh my god.
doing science and such, and he like looks up and he's got this sign above him that says "You should be working." Well, I did a spoof video of it, but when I look up, the sign says "You should be masturbating,"
You should be coming.
and they censored that.
Well, listen.
Fucking put-
We are dealing with the Chinese government here.
Right? How could they? I didn't think the Chinese government would censor me. I hope that the Chinese government likes my videos. Follow me.
Hey Nikki, do people ever think that you're Native American? What? What are you laughing about? Or are
I'm
you
just
muted?
waiting for the answer.
She's muted. She's been muted. Oh.
I was watching a video, so I had to mute myself. But yes, they have.
Because, yeah, Nikki, as you lose more and more weight, you look more and more native.
Dude, you should try to get some free college. You actually have to blood test for that, though, I think, or prove lineage.
They make
I
you
got a
get,
buddy
like,
in
all
the
your
Oneida
papers
tribe.
and shit.
You got a buddy in the what tribe?
The Oneida tribe.
I don't know
He's
that
half
one.
Native American, half Puerto Rican.
Wow. How's he feel about that?
I think he loves it. He's got really long fucking hair. Like, really long hair.
I think it's mandatory when you're native to have long hair.
Well, he used to, like, I've been with, I've been to powwows and, like, out to the res and shit with him.
Man, I want to go out to the res. No, actually, no, I take that back. I don't.
somewhat
I
depressing.
don't, dude. I don't, because I'd block that out. I've driven through a res. I've driven through some of Blackfoot Nation, up in, I think it was North Dakota to Montana, like that area, and it was fucking sad. It was.
I will say,
I'd actually like mentally blocked it out until you mentioned it.
I will say, if you can, go to a powwow. They are a lot of fun. And
Rum
I do
says-
love tribal drumming.
Rum says the res is that oppressive.
Yeah, I mean, the one that his people are in is in Wisconsin. And it really is like you're shooting guns and drinking and sleeping the most of the time you're there. Yeah, powwows are awesome, though. Like, if they're doing one of those, man, that's a fun time.
I'd love to be invited to a powwow. Rum, have you ever been fingered during a powwow?
Holy shit.
Nikki, please have some decorum.
You
That took a fucking left turn.
it was like boom.
Like we were all together in like the culture and discussing, and then it was like, by the way,
I'm just gonna slip this right in. Corey.
Do you think that question made Corey laugh? Or do you think Nikki's laugh made Corey laugh? I'm
I
guessing
think
it's
every time I laugh, he giggles because then he can put that in. Rumsicle. There she
you
is.
found the one thing that makes rum blush: Native American finger bangs.
What
'Cause
the fuck?
I'd imagine. Listen, it's in just. What I'm thinking is being fingered by a Native American is a little bit more hardcore than being fingered by the white man, because natives got them tougher fingers, I'd assume.
The pale faces don't do it right. You need a native to take care
Yeah,
of that.
old round eye doesn't really know what he's doing. That's my assumption.
Vanilla face is a little bad at that action, but the natives, they got it going on with their rough fingers. What the fuck?
Ah, yes.
Callous for her pleasure.
I don't like that. No.
Yeah,
just fresh off of taking a
Yeah.
nail off with some sandpaper.
yeah. You really want to. You really want like a cheese grater on your G spot.
Oh my god,
Oh
no.
no!
No.
They call me the Freddy Krueger of the res, baby.
He's gonna get her
hate that.
squirting like he's pulling a lawnmower.
I would be fucking terrified.
What? I don't even know what they're like a lawnmower, baby.
Stop it.
I don't know. The question is just still in my head, so out of left field. There I was. It's like record scratch. Let me tell you how I got here.
Rum squirting at a powwow, and then it's the freeze frame.
Oh no.
In her tent.
Oh no, not my TP.
Yes, your TP. I actually tried to convince my wife because you can
Oh my
sell
God,
like TP
dude.
tents.
What
I
was
tried to
the-
convince her to let me buy one, and she said no.
This is appropriation.
I had the Native American friend with me. We were good. We passed all border checks.
Yeah, the native said yeah.
Oh my god, this is racist.
Yeah, he looked at him and he was just like, "This pale face is okay."
Yep.
I want to get a pass. I want to get a native pass.
Why?
You
So-
get them at Walmart.
There's
Native American pass.
there's no flex. There's no flex with native passes.
I want a lanyard.
Oh no.
What do you think you're like it's Wayne's World? VIP,
Yeah,
VIP.
exactly. Just walking around. Just
Our
flashing it.
honorary native right here.
All right, can't touch me, VIP.
I've actually, it's funny. I never thought of this, but there have been TikToks that I've seen where Hispanic people who live in areas where there are reservations, so like in Oklahoma and other parts of the Southwest, parts of Nevada, where there's a decent Hispanic population, like our lovely Nicole Gonzalez, looking like she's cosplaying as Pocahontas.
I'm not.
Rummy, you seeing this appropriation right now in the webcam?
The audacity.
There is no whatever. I'll show you the real one. I think I was maybe 8. I did have a theme party for my birthday, and it was Disney, and I dressed up like Pocahontas. So
Oh,
Nice.
I wonder if I still have that photo. But
That's
not
adorable.
now.
I'm
I just
gonna
got
lead,
this shirt. I just got
I'm
this
gonna
shirt
lead the
on
charge in
last
canceling
weekend.
yeah.
Nice.
you. That
Very nice
egregious
shirt.
cultural appropriation when you were a child.
I went shopping and got a haul because I needed a bunch of clothes, like I stated. So
Yeah.
swipe that card.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yes. So there are a bunch of native people who native people who see Hispanic people like Nicole Gonzalez and think, oh, hey, look, another another tribes person, and then the Hispanic person inevitably gets approached by the native person. They say, oh, hey, what tribe are you from? And then our Nicole Gonzalez type say, Mexico.
Holmes.
Chicago.
And
That's my tribe.
apparently,
Well, I mean, we kind of screwed them over for this land. Might not want to bring that up.
apparently sometimes the native person in that scenario is not nice to the Hispanic person in that scenario. Not always, but every now and then.
It's almost like playing a game of peekaboo with anger. Like, hey, you're native, right? Nah. Well, fuck you then.
Well, fuck you.
You get, like, if you live somewhere that's more, like, predominantly more, like, Hispanic or wherever, then it's kind of the opposite effect. Because when I lived in Texas, I got approached and people would just start speaking Spanish to me. And I'd be like,
Oh.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
Oh
I
boy,
don't speak Spanish.
I don't speak trash.
say dice, go fuck yourself.
Oh, no.
Well, it's funny because Hispanics, it's the same general makeup, right? like-
Not so much like the Puerto Ricans, I think, but you have the Mexican Aztec
Right.
of blood.
Right. So like an Aztec or an Incan is like a stone's throw from like South or Central America to.
I mean, there's ethnic differences, but a big part of it is just the geographical differences in
Right.
where they were.
What's up, Whale Rider?
Although, you know, that whole Mayan calendar thing was a bust, huh? I've been waiting 10 years to die. Nothing.
Right? Me too.
Rum, that was a joke. I
Anyways.
don't actually mean it. I don't want to have my depression jokes fill in Rum's head.
Oh.
Oh. Fucking rum. Oh.
Oh.
I just feel like that should have had comic book, like, oh, like, you know, right above your head.
Hey, Rum, are there native folks where you're at?
I haven't seen any. I'm sure there are though.
He's like, I've
You
been
been on the
hunting
lookout?
Hmm.
them, none so far.
I mean, we're trying to read the land, like,
Rum's over here, like, I think they turn into wolves at night.
Rum's over here. She takes a deep breath, bends down, grabs some of the earth, rubs it between her fingers. You know,
The soil's still fresh.
throws it into the wind. She's like, somewhere
they were
near.
here 3 moons ago.
I can feel them in my bones.
I don't know where you are, you Native American bastard, but I'm gonna find you. He's just like at 7-Eleven, like getting something to drink. She's like, there you are. Me? What?
They're out there somewhere, and I will find them.
The scariest response would have been like, hey, Rum, is there Native Americans by you? And she's just like, not anymore.
She says, not for long.
Oh no.
They are, but not for long.
They think they're free.
Oh no.
I
I'm
don't know
sure-
how Rum became a villain, but it sure is funny to me.
Sounds about right.
Her
I'm
name
sure
is
they're
Rum.
like little mountain natives somewhere out there doing their little native
Little
thing.
mountain. You make them sound like they're gnomes.
Little mountain native coming out of the hiding.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. We're mountain natives. Fucking acapella
Yeah.
group.
Oh god.
No, it's the white man. They've almost found us. Flee!
We were up in our mountain and these vanilla faces arrived.
Climb higher, climb higher.
Yeah. Back to the quick,
Did
back,
you
to
just
the,
use your-
back to the
Did
burrow.
you just use your D&D voice, Rum?
Perhaps.
I liked it. It was nice. It was very in
That's
tune
your
with it.
D&D voice. I forgot your character's name though, but I recognize it. I'm like, that sounds familiar.
If your fingers aren't numb, you're not high enough.
Oh no.
Mountain natives.
Little mountain natives.
Little mountain.
Little
natives.
mountain natives sitting atop of the hill.
You know, they crave the mineral. I don't know.
A distant cousin to the bridge troll.
Oh no.
The land thieves.
Yeah.
Land thieves
I don't know.
indeed.
I've not met any natives here since I've moved to the Rocky Mountains.
She's
So-
like, and that's why. You gotta deal with that bullshit.
They fled.
Colorado is one of those places where there's a surprising amount of crazy gun people over there. I mean, like, when you look at
Surprising amount? If you lived in the
There's
mountains,
a-
you'd have guns too.
There's a surprising amount of murder here.
No, but like that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like when you think of Aurora, the like shooting, when you think of the OG school shooting, the one that brought it back, baby.
Yeah, but since they
the-
legalized pot, I think those have slowed down.
the Columbine shooting, dude. Like, and there's been a bunch of there was another one in Colorado not that long ago where it was just like somebody unhinged just decided to.
Can you believe it? 30 years of school shootings, and we still haven't figured out how to pay enough attention to our children.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
somebody somewhere needs to learn. If the government's not gonna, maybe the parents should.
Nah.
Yeah,
The
Rum.
kids raise themselves.
Did she say like the
Okay
kids
with the
breed
kids hurting
themselves?
them.
I
Let
said
them-
raise themselves.
Yeah. That's
Don't-
we're all everybody's so well adjusted.
Yeah.
I mean, have you read Lord of the Flies by chance?
Yeah. Survival.
I'm
of the
actually
fittest.
I'm okay for that sort of thing. Like, you know, I think as a kid I would have fared okay in the Lord of the Flies.
I feel like it's just one of those like your child didn't come home because they lost. All right.
Because they lost.
Yeah, we're
That's
doing-
the
Because
end
they
of the
lost.
sentence. Because they lost.
Yeah,
It's
we're doing
fucking
like
battle royal, bitch.
Yeah, we're doing Hunger Games out here.
Your child wasn't strong enough. You need to hope that your
Weak.
genetics are better next time.
Eugene's
What
are
do you
weak.
mean my baby boy is gone? Shouldn't have been such a pussy then. He fucking walks away.
Yeah.
Should have trained harder.
I watched him. He got his eyes gouged out because he's a pussy. It's like, please stop telling me these things.
Your genetics are weak in history.
Whale Rider said, we haven't even had a school shooting in New Zealand.
Aren't
That's
guns
lame.
banned in New Zealand?
No, but they did have that mosque shooting.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I know that because I was dating someone whose cousin was killed there.
Ooh,
So
fuck.
you're not,
boy.
you
All right.
can't wash your hands clean.
Oh,
Yeah, you think you're better than us because you're not killing each other at exorbitant rates, huh?
yeah. Whale Rider's like,
It's
we only
just
kill
targeted.
Muslims here.
Jesus.
Oh my god,
I
I
didn't
gotta
say
go.
Oh,
Ah, Whale, how could you?
Well, you dirty dog.
I lost all control. I just...
The audacity. So, anyways, yeah. Let the kids raise themselves.
I'm
Survival.
gonna go eat some pineapple. So.
Oh.
Enjoy a pineapple.
Like he's eating pineapple for the taste. For the Nikki taste.
What?
Rum, you know. Rum knows what's up.
Yeah.
What is... Oh, gosh.
Oh, Nikki, I made a joke at Mikey. I don't remember really what it was. I'll find it and I'll like clip it and send it to you. But his like response to me was, "I have not been eating enough pineapple recently," and I said,
boy.
"Stay out of my mouth." So I'm very sad. I thought you should know.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for filling me in.
Nikki, do you have Joe eating pineapple too for the taste?
Nope.
Black licorice. Nothing but black licorice.
Hell.
Oh no. I like black licorice.
Dude, fuck
So
that.
do I.
No.
Joe's like,
He's delicioso.
what can I make that'll make my cum taste horrible?
Taco Bell and black licorice.
Oof.
Taco Bell and asparagus.
That just sounds like a bad situation for every angle you can think of. That's a rough night.
I don't understand like that whole thing where like people eat Taco Bell and they just get the shits.
Me neither.
Maybe it's me. My tummy just doesn't do that. I eat Taco Bell and I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it either.
White Castle fucks me up, so I don't
boy.
eat there. Nope.
Not a whole lot of food fucks me up. I kind of
nice.
noticed.
Well, I don't
At
really eat
least
fast food anymore, but at the time, I was like, White Castle.
I think like when I drank more, like I think like drinking was what was fucking up my stomach for the most part.
The alcohol,
my little
the grease.
The alcohol, the grease. It wasn't really my tum as much as it was like I took really gnarly shits. It was disgusting.
What was it that was making you shit?
A lot of alcohol, a lot of beer, and a lot of greasy food.
Is this how many times now does Rum bring up poop in your stream?
Listen, she likes talking about her bowel movements, Nikki.
Yeah.
Every time, all the time.
They don't call me the turbo shitter for nothing, Nikki.
Oh,
Well-
you gotta get that tattooed on you somewhere.
Yeah. On each cheek.
Turbo
shitter.
That movie Turbo was
Arrows
based on Rum's butthole.
Make sure you use your butthole as the O or somewhere. Try to form that in so when it's spread wide, it like spells it out.
Oh hell yeah! I'm writing this down. I'm gonna do that.
Doodle it. Do
my
that
husband's
doodle.
Doesn't sound like something you doodle. I'm just saying.
She will. It will 100% be something Rum will.
Yeah, I drew a fucking coctopussy. I don't really know. Like, there's not a whole lot. Yeah.
Octopussy. That was Nikki's World of Warcraft name.
Oh, nice.
I never played that game. Huh.
Sure he did.
Way to step on the joke, Nikki.
I step on it because I don't want to be known as something like that. What was it? Coctopussy? Oh, God.
Octopus, not taco. What taco pussy?
Taco pussy.
The new item from Taco
Can
Bell.
you draw that next
Yes,
round?
I can. I'm doing it right now.
It'll be right under the chalupa. Taco pussy.
Taco Bell is looking real different these days.
Right. We're spicing it up.
Oh no.
Casper says,
Oh,
so
I
is
want a
everyone ready for the
Frosty
Doctor
now.
Strange movie?
Yep.
I
am
think I'm
looking
seeing
forward to it.
it.
Yep.
Alexa, how far away is May 6th?
May 6th is in 1
10
week.
days.
2 days.
12
And
days.
2 hours.
Wow, so that's how long.
Wow.
Damn, that's like.
Wow, a week away. Are you watching
exciting.
Are you watching Moon Knight, Caspi? Rum, are you still not consuming pop culture as a matter of principle?
Why would I ever do that? I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, we know you hate pop culture.
I recently did watch all of The Mandalorian, so I'm kind of getting there.
Did you watch that with your lover?
No, I watched it by myself.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I prefer it this way.
Oh no.
A lot of other things in my marriage.
Oh no. Poor Ramo. Ramo, if you could, would you get Nikki Gonzalez pregnant if you had the capability?
Maybe.
Good to know. I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
Writing
Why
it
are you
down,
trying
my-
to breed people again? Every time I fucking show up, you're always trying to breed somebody.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite hobby. It's my fantasy football. It's fantasy breeding.
Oh no.
And-
Oh no.
I'm gonna have to trade this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Not
trade
performing
Nikki's.
like we thought.
Gonna have to trade Nikki's eggs for somebody else.
I thought they would do better.
Oh no.
I lost 6 points on last night's game.
Yeah.
On last night's breeding.
Yeah. What was she even doing? Didn't even look like she's ever done this before.
You call that breeding?
Oh no.
I do not call that ball handling, I'll tell you that much.
Rum, were you surprised that Nikki's lover wouldn't mind her banging ladies?
I mean, nah.
Yeah.
Nah. It's weird. I've had a weird influx recently of people like messaging me and being kind of talking about how they would prefer their like girlfriend or wife or whoever to go out and sleep with somebody else. And I'm like, that's nice.
What? Wait, what's
interesting.
that about?
I
Wait,
don't know. Just like I guess like people are just kind of in my circle of friends. Some people are just kind of like, yeah, if I had a girlfriend or I have a girlfriend or I have a wife, and if they wanted to go fuck somebody, I'd be okay with that. And I'm like, wow. I
Whoa,
wonder what that's
Okay.
like.
that's pretty wild.
That's nice. Yeah. I think that's pretty interesting. Pretty nifty.
I mean, that's what your, if
50.
that's what your relationship is, like.
Yeah.
Fuck it, do whatever works for you guys. That's not my bag, per se.
Mm.
I mean, unless you're just dating, right? And you're not like worried about being exclusive and everybody just kind of coming at it with their own independence. You're just like, yeah, we're dating, we see other people and whatever.
I mean, like, my sister's marriage is kind of something like that. She's been married to this guy for like 10 years almost, and he's just kind of like, yeah, if you want to go out and see other people, that's fine. But his stipulation is like, if I say that we're gonna do something together, then whatever plans you made that night, it's, like they're null. And she's agreed to it. But I guess like that's just like their weird dynamic. It's the same for him too. Like he can go out and do his thing, but if she's like, no, we have a date night tonight, he has to cancel his plans with whatever lady friend he had.
Yeah, no side
I guess
pussy
if
for you
it
tonight.
works. Yeah, she's like, you're getting the main dish. So like it's interesting, and I'm like, if it works, it works. It's weird.
Caspa has not been watching Moon Knight because he doesn't have Disney Plus. I did finally see the new Batman though. It was good. Enjoyed the take. Rum, have you seen the new Batman yet?
No.
What? Nikki, did you saw the new Batman, right?
No.
No, you neither?
No, we were supposed to do it this weekend, but some other
Oh.
things came up where we couldn't get 3 hours in with Jake. So,
Oh.
plus I was talking to Matt, and I think it's just gonna be a Joe and I movie.
What? Are you not allowed to watch it with Matthew?
No, not with Jake.
Oh, Jake.
Matt saw it and was like, because I explained like what movies we used to watch with Jake, and then he's like, he may look at his phone a lot, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I think
Yeah.
at his age, he may get a little bored with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not like Dark Knight, then he won't have interest.
It's not. it's slower paced for sure. It's not a Marvel movie, that's for certain.
I can get 13 cookies from McDonald's.
What?
Dude, the tote.
What?
The
Nikki's screaming.
They got a 13 cookie tote.
They have
What?
a tote for cookies, dude. McDonald's, you can get that shit delivered to you too.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
I did it one time, like first dating.
Wow.
5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be great.
Yeah,
Was it good?
Cookies. What's up with those cookies being so delicious? Like, it's McDonald's cookies. It shouldn't be that special, but it's just like their orange juice, like Minute Maid, but there's something there.
Matt, you hear about
Correct,
this cookie
okay.
thing?
No, I don't. No, I'm out of that game.
Yeah, he's out of
He
the
likes-
cookie game.
He prefers what was it we talked about? Donuts and something else?
Yeah, if I'm gonna go if I'm gonna just say fuck
It's gonna
it,
be
I
like
don't care
donuts.
about my diet today. It's donuts.
Ooh, Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme or
No, fuck Dunkin' Donuts. Like I would either I would
Damn.
honestly pick a day when I can go to Stan's and like get
What's-
the best I can get.
what stands?
It is a really good fucking donut place that if you don't go early in the
So-
day, you don't get shit because they literally make them and run out.
It's so
Oh.
good. Such a good donut shop.
Yeah, there's a couple of those in New York City. But
Oh, hello, Flaps.
but you know what? There's actually a few donut shops and like bakeries that are that big generally also do distribution. So you could generally find like, rather than go to the shop itself, you can usually find like a coffee shop or like a mom and pop shop that has got, they get daily deliveries, early morning deliveries.
I gotta eat dinner.
What's for dinner?
Pulled pork.
Ooh, who pulled it? Joe?
Joe.
Joe's pulling it right now. He's using all those jerk off muscles for good this time.
How would that even work with a meat? Just like
He's just fucking yanking and cranking.
this?
Yeah, he's pulling exactly.
He's got those like claws too, you know?
the
Those are
bear
sharp.
claws. Dude, those bear
Yeah,
claws
like,
are sharp as fuck, man. I've
They
stabbed
are.
myself accidentally a couple times. I've never drawn blood, but ooh, it hurts.
Yeah, it does hurt. I was like, oh, okay. And they look like they're not gonna hurt, being all plastic and just like
Right?
lameish, right? And
Yeah.
I'd like washing them. I'd be like, just like, you have to be careful, you know. But sometimes I'll just like go and I'll just pop my other hand, and I'm just like, oh fuck, that should really hurt. So you gotta touch them all like dainty, like, oh, don't touch me.
Rum, you ever give a hand job to anybody in the teepee?
No,
Ah,
no, I don't.
Oh, Remy?
rats.
I've never slept with another native.
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds like
Yeah.
racism to me.
Nope.
It's fucking weird, man, because like when you get to know like some natives really well, then they start being like, oh yeah, that's my cousin, you know, like they start saying shit like that, and you're like,
Yeah, but that's
But we're
kind of
not
hot, right,
related.
Rum?
no. So then it's like you kind of like have to be careful, because then they're like, oh yeah, I know them, that's my cousin, you know, or like it's weird, and then they call each other like auntie and uncle or whatever, and it makes things so weird. I just don't like it.
That does sound pretty
And
weird.
then like I don't want to like be involved with someone and then find out like, oh, they actually are my cousin. Like that's terrifying.
Nikki, you ever try to bang one of your cousins?
No, okay. No. I don't understand these questions.
Is it because they're not attractive?
It's because they're family, Michael.
But like third cousin's cool, right, Rum?
No. Any cousin, any title is not cool.
What about like fourth cousin?
We're not
What
keeping it in
about
the
you?
family.
Have you kept it in the family?
No, none of my cousins
your-
are attractive. My cousins
know.
are gargoyles. Are you kidding me?
Don't look at me that way. Mike's getting on a different level.
If I were to bang one of my cousins, it'd be considered bestiality.
Oh no.
Oh wow. Got it after for a split second. No.
But yeah, that's the weird thing with natives is you get friendly with them and they're just like, yeah, you're my cousin, or that's my cousin, and I'm like, okay.
Remy's like,
And
stop.
then they wanna just go around and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go snag an auntie, and I'm like, no, stop trying to snag aunties. We're not doing that shit.
Snag aunties.
Stop it. Yeah.
Wow.
Snag aunties. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you call that, Nikki, in your culture? Plowing the Tia? What are you laughing at? Do you see her laughing, Rum? Can you believe this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never
Nice.
I've never been shopping for aunties or whatever you call it.
Oh god.
But I think it's about time. Let's go, Rum. You and me. We're hitting up
We're
the
gonna
res.
go. All right, cool. We're gonna go snag some aunties. Off the res.
Well, have fun with that, y'all. I am gonna go get some dinner and eat my pineapple. So
I
it was
need-
lovely chatting with you guys. Have a wonderful stream, Mikey-chan.
You too.
Goodbye, Nikki.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Nikki's abandoning Rum.
I know. The audacity. I actually have to go put a bra on. I'll be right back.
What are you putting a bra on for? Stream?
Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming soon.
Oh, okay. She can't have the girls flopping around.
Nah, dude. Not these fucking monsters. It'd be a different type of stream. I'd have to move platforms.
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah, no, you can't be showing any hard nips on Twitch, I don't think.
No, but soft nips? Absolutely.
The
There
softer
goes
the
my
better.
ice bath idea.
Wait, so Rum, now that you're done with Mandalorian, what are you watching these days?
Nothing yet. Kind of like perusing, see if I can find something else to watch. Not a whole lot catches my interest, and because I don't follow mainstream bullshit, I'm kind of
Right.
just like lost. That's why I tune in here to get all of the recent gossip, and then I like move on. So I'm like, they did what in the recent Batman? Gas. And then I exist. I photosynthesize.
Well, dude, you're talking to, well, not me, but Maddie over here. He's Mr. Pop Culture.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I also got the other Mikey that he's I guess he's kind of old school. I guess I don't know how I describe that one. It's a very
Mi-
strange individual.
Mikey who?
He's oh gosh, what is his name? Aetheteric. He does little streams. He does his own little thing.
He does,
He's
like,
the
pop
other
culture?
Michael that kind of. He's the other Michael that I abandoned you for.
Oh,
Started hanging out with that guy.
that's okay. No worries.
He does more movie references for old films and shit, and horrible puns. He does horrible puns.
Brum, what time do you stream tonight?
Whenever Mikey is available.
What do you guys think is a good time for stream?
Trying
Well-
to figure that out now.
Yeah. I stream late, so because Mikey lives in California, so he's an hour behind. So he's like, "Yeah, we'll start streaming at 6," and it's 7 o'clock for me. So I end up streaming late unintentionally.
Right. Yeah, that would be the time. That's how time difference works.
Yeah. I'd like to stream sooner in the day.
Yeah, I think I want to start streaming earlier again, around 3 would be nice. Cause last night I streamed until 3 a.m. something like that.
Yeah, it was a late one.
Yeah. I got off stream last night and I noticed that you were still streaming, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I got on around like 10 o'clock or later. I got around 10 or so, and I think I went for about 5 hours.
Why? Why so late?
You know what? I just been like in this kind of mental zone where I'm like, I keep like, oh, I'll stream, and then the hours just melt away, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm still gonna stream, and then it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and then I'm like, okay, let me start setting up, and then it takes me like 45 minutes or so to set up. I've just been procrastinating.
I feel that.
But I think it's better for your stream to have consistency.
Yeah. I've been told consistency is key,
Yes.
but I know nothing about that because I don't stream consistently.
I know, man. I stream consistently, but not like consistently like I'm on the same like daily schedule, like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. But last week I took off. But aside from that, I generally don't take off. I'm generally streaming. But like as to when I'll show up, it's like maybe it'll be 3 in the afternoon, but maybe it'll be 10 at night.
Yeah.
Which is not
That's
great. It's the opposite of a good idea. Matt, how are you with keeping your schedule?
I'm pretty decent. I mean, I'm good with keeping it. I mean, I changed schedules recently though, so that's throwing a little bit of a monkey wrench, but I'm pretty good with it.
How do you set a timer? Like, do you have like an alarm that goes off?
No, I mean, I'm usually up anyways. So like, are you talking about like what time I start or how long I go?
No, like your starting time. Like, is it natural?
Yeah. I mean, I know when I gotta go live and whatnot. I've got that. I've got at least down pat there.
Man,
where it's like I know that like now I'm going. Like Tuesdays is different because Nikki streams in the afternoon, but Wednesdays is still morning, afternoon. Thursdays is now. When I do Arma, it's like 1 o'clock. If I'm going just solo on something else, it's 4 Central. Then Fridays is 4 Central now since we're no longer doing Friday co-streams.
Yeah, you know what it is for me? For me, it's like sitting down at my desk and committing. It's like I have this like weird procrastination thing that happens where I mentally don't want to. Like I don't want to go and sit down at my desk and like I have to fight myself. But then once I'm doing it, I'm fine. Yeah, once I'm actually sitting down and like drawing and streaming and chatting, it's great. I enjoy it. I like seeing everybody. I like chatting. But man, getting here. Hey, Zunny B. Yeah, getting here is just a pain in the tuchus. Hello, Akira. Welcome. I'm just sketching. I'm sketching and chatting with my friends. Hey, Rum, has anybody ever sketched you like you? Just you? Not like you, cartoon you? Oh, she left. I didn't even realize she had gone. Matt. Now we'll never know what happened to her. Howdy, Akira. Welcome back. I'm working on a illustration right now. I wanted to challenge myself by drawing a person that was in bed, and we're kind of like, like we're kind of taking, or like they're, like that's the camera angle.
Let's step away. What's that?
What's that?
I heard camera angle. I had to step away.
Oh no, I was just talking about my art and the angle that I'm doing. The angle that I'm using for this artwork.
They call me Trash Bag Joe.
I like
Why do
to
they
draw
call
the
you that?
trash.
You know how many different types of trash receptacles there are? So fucking many. Why do we ignore them? Why aren't they pieces of art? I introduce to you Trash Can Chronicles.
Welcome back to Trash Can Chronicles. I'm Trash Can Eddie. All right, what I'm using a single pencil, and it is my own pencil pack. So it's a mic pencil brush. It's literally, if you look at the thing, the title of it is My Brushes, and these are all brushes that I came up with my own. They're actually available on my Patreon. For patrons, I've been a lazy motherfucker. I've been meaning to do I want to do a manga brush pack, and I want to do a traditional inker's brush pack with like a clean inker or a textured, like a gritty ink brush, one that mimics a dry brush technique for those of you who do traditional ink. But that's just, that's as you all know, for content creators out there, that's on the laundry list of things to do. What sometimes feels like an endless list of things to do. Matt, I'm proud of you for getting your TikTok and all that stuff out. So
Linktree and shit too.
Yeah, Linktree. I saw that. It's sharp.
Thank you. I went on a tear, and now my kind of thing is like every day put something up. Even if it's just a couple of clips, put something up every day.
As the smart kid at my school once said, you can art good. Oh, me? Thank you. Thank you. I've been putting out lots of YouTube short content, TikTok content, and Instagram reel content, all in the hopes to find new people to come hang out and watch the stream. And we'll just be part of the community. Hey, look who it is. It's John Amore. Welcome, Johnny. Johnny Cakes, the Filipino extraordinaire, Johnny. I wonder if Johnny's ever interacted with a Filipino midget. Something to ponder, gang. Here, chat. Ask John if he's ever interacted with a midget in the Philippines. Go on, don't be shy now. Don't be shy. He won't bite.
There's no reason to lie here, John.
Yeah, John. Come clean. This isn't a court of law, John. You can speak freely. Gotta start recording.
Already began.
Get the tape recorder going. No, I avoid them. Too scary. That's a lie. He's fibbing. He's lying through those little Filipino teeth. John, how art thou, friend? How are you? Nice cover work, by the way, baby. Oh, and congratulations on the Instagram post. I saw you had a post blow up. John posted a fan art piece of Moon Knight to his Instagram page, and the algorithm picked it up, and he got like 20,000 likes on it, or somewhere thereabouts, which is excellent. And sure enough, for those of you who post on social media, sometimes when you post a piece of art and it does catch some notoriety, with a new friendly audience, sometimes that also brings detractors, people who are critical, even nonsensically critical of your work, and that is precisely what befell our beautiful Filipino seductress, Jonathan Amore. He was he unfortunately had to deal with some Instagram lunacy. The gentleman showed up and said, essentially called John a hack. Said, Psh, most of your artwork doesn't get this kind of likes. And then sure enough, you do fan art and now you're getting all these likes. It was weird. The comment was very strange. I didn't fully understand it myself. I'm trapped in bed because my cat is sleeping on my leg. That's fair. Listen, that's what you signed up for when you get a cat, when you get a little kitty cat. That's what they do. They eat, they sleep, they barf, they knock things off the table. They don't like closed doors, and they don't respond to their names. These are just the things that you sign up for when owning a cat. But they're still little cutie pies. Hey John, I meant to ask you, so the person that showed up to your Instagram and started talking shit about how you're an art hack and blah 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 blah, you only do fan art, which again, so stupid. Because if you guys aren't aware, my friend John Amore spends the majority of his time working on his comic book Urban Animal. Like, that is the vast majority of his time at his desk working is spent working on his own project. He's not a fan artist like this schmuck was attempting to say. It's just he took some time out of his day to make a little fan art for fun because he likes the Moon Knight show. Out of his very busy day. His very busy day.
How dare anyone do something for fun without being shit on?
Right? And again, like I said, John will spend 16 hours a day, 12 hours a day working on his own art, his own personal comic. It's at a webtoon, Urban Animal. You go check it out. But no, this guy's, you're drawing fan art. You know, it's weird people like that. Makes me wonder how miserable their lives must be. That it's one thing to have a negative thought like that. I get it. I've had shitty, jealous thoughts before. Clearly, I'm only human, right? But generally, I like to steer clear of negative thoughts like that, jealous thoughts, envious thoughts. Because they don't amount to anything good. What's that famous quote? Comparison is the death of, let me see if I can find it. Comparison is the death of joy. It's a Mark Twain quote, aka Mr. Samuel Clemens himself.
You done used his Christian name.
I did. Yeah, write that down, gang. Comparison is the death of joy. And I think nothing embodies that quote by the prolific Mr. Twain more so than that stupid, idiotic comment left in John's Instagram post.
Was it just some random fuckhead?
I think it was. John, did you know this? Lunatic? It was John's mom who wrote the comment.
I mean, as sad as that is, that's still pretty funny if it were true. Like, Mom!
Oh, Mom. You little rascal.
Little fucking support, please. Your lines are stupid. What, Mom? Come on.
I've seen better line work in my underwear.
Your younger brother, who's an infant, does better lines. How is that possible?
Actually, you know what sucks, man? I knew a dude whose father had a love of art, but the kind of art that he liked was the traditional variety. So like like a classic portraiture. Like if you ever see a classic illustrator from like an academy learned classic illustrator with the charcoal and the pencils and the blending. And,
Yeah.
You know, it looks extraordinary. It looks
Like the
something
type of paintings that Nazis stole.
right. Yeah. Those kinds of craftsmen were and are astounding if you have that talent to create that kind of beautiful, almost like Renaissance like likeness in your art. It's an extraordinary gift, but it's by far the only kind of art that there is. But my friend, his dad, that's the kind of art that he liked, and my friend's art is very much not that. His art is very much animation style, like children's animation style. It's not simplistic. It's not simplistic. I don't want to lead, like, because listen, you can say Mike Mignola's art is quote unquote simplistic in the simplicity of its line, but the man is fucking an extraordinary draftsman, hands down. Matter of fact, he's so extraordinary he was able to create an art style that is so refined that he has selectively chosen the most important and critical lines to choose. You know, he's whittled it down. Because an illustrator like Mike Mignola is capable of doing the most detailed, extraordinary, traditional level of likeness, and had in the past. But no, he's specifically moved his style this way, very precisely. It's really amazing. Anyway, my friend's dad would constantly compare his art to like the art of like classic prose, and I think it was a ever-present thorn in his side that his father never, or at least, you know, since I had talked to him, had never actually embraced his art, even though he'd been paying his bills via his art for quite some time. I'm not saying this is John's mom. I'm just saying in general. Sometimes you just can't please everyone, even your own family. Rando doesn't even follow me. Some people chimed in defense, and he antagonized them. Really, John? John, do you have the link? Is it up on your page right now? Can I take a look? At first,
Yeah,
I
we
thought
can go hate spam the guy.
Yeah, we're gonna give him a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him a cunt.
I'm gonna tell him his dick's stubby.
I'm gonna tell him I was banging his mom last night.
Ooh, there you go. He's a Jody.
A classic. Yeah, he's getting Jodie Foster right now. Clarice.
Why is that the most sexual Jodie Foster scene you can think of? Do they still scream, Clarice?
Can you still hear them? The best part is when he puts on a southern accent to just fucking mock her. With your cheap shoes.
I still like Hannibal more, the movie and the book.
I vaguely remember that. Is that the one with Guy Pearce as a retard? Not a retard, but he's like a...
No, Gary Oldman, I think is who
Gary
you're thinking
Oldman
of.
is that? Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He gets thrown in the pig pen.
Yeah, a lot of people say that Red Dragon's the best book, but I don't know.
I miss Red Dragon, but I love Hannibal. But I think I think personal choice. I'm not going to argue with you because I think it just comes down to personal choice.
Yeah.
Personal choice for me, it's that first, Silence of the Lambs. Just because Anthony Hopkins is one of my favorite all-time actors. He's just...
Well, I mean, that's it. I really like him in Hannibal as well. I think the big thing for me, probably for Hannibal, as opposed to Silence of the Lambs, is Hannibal was just more of a violent movie.
Yeah, sure. Matter of fact, I mean, listen, if you were like, hey, all right, we're gonna watch Hannibal, I'm not gonna be putting up any kind of argument. You know,
he's gonna eat Ray Liotta's brain now. I remember when that movie came out, there was quotes of like, people left the theater vomiting. It's like, did they? Did they?
I hope they did. That's awesome. I wish.
It's Hannibal though. It's not a fucking trauma movie. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
this Yeah, right. It's Hannibal. It's not fucking it's fucking Human Centipede.
Yeah. It's not the Serbian film. I mean, come on.
At first, I thought the girl you were drawing had short hair, says Akira. Short hair? On a woman? Jeez.
Long hair and clothes down to the ankles.
So, what a
Mike lives in the Amish times,
right?
apparently.
What a silly notion.
You let them get sunshine, do you?
Have you ever heard of such a thing? Short hair? A woman? Ha 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 ha! Ridiculous.
What next? They're gonna wear pants? I think not.
Is that all one layer? It is. Look. Call me one layer schmo.
Is this what you see when you take your selfies when you wake up in the morning?
This is exactly... Yeah, this I'm using myself for reference. What are you working on now, Matty Cakes?
I gotta go hang out with the wife around 9. The problem is I've probably got like another 10 clips that I could theoretically post. I'm just trying not to saturate.
No, I would say
like you know,
your inclination might be to get them all out there. Fight that inclination. Better piecemeal. I would say,
yeah,
on TikTok and on the other platforms, 2 a day max.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like I didn't realize that the YouTube Shorts had to be 9:16. Otherwise, it doesn't recognize them as a YouTube Short at all.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so for my videos, they're all 16:9. So I spent a little bit of time reformatting them, and then finally figured out how to get the YouTube Shorts like as a short instead of just a fucking video.
Nice, yeah.
Which is really, if you're not doing it from your phone, it's kind of a son of a bitch.
Luckily I just do them from my phone. But what I'm doing is I download my own TikTok video and upload it, which is mixed. Like they say, you shouldn't do that because the algorithm can pick up the TikTok watermark. But I don't. My videos still get thousands of views on the TikTok re-uploads, so I'm not really worried about it that much.
Well, the nice thing is it's a lot of clips from my stream. So like, for me, I've just been downloading the clips, and then I've been going through streams, and like I think that's another big part of the routine I got to get used to doing is after the stream every day, go through, do a couple clips, and that way I've got constant shit to be putting out, whether it be the podcast or the gaming or whatever.
Yes, catch them.
Because I'm doing Red Dead Redemption Fridays, and so we'll see. I am surprised at how popular the one Call of Duty clip is, though.
Are there more?
And I guess that's my fault for being ignorant towards things like TikTok, to be honest with you.
Dude, I was TikTok ignorant for long enough that it was literally detrimental to my just content creation. I fought it for so long. I missed out. Like, if in my opinion, if I had just embraced the new platform, I had friends, or at least acquaintances, on Twitch and social media who decided to embrace TikTok, whereas during that time period, during like its early days, TikTok early days, when they were really just striving for people to start utilizing the platform here in America, the early adopters truly managed to pull ahead. They had the leg up. So they had already found a bit of their audience. They had started learning how to use the platform. They had started learning how to, because it is a learning curve, and the longer and more you work at a thing, sometimes the easier it becomes to make more of it. And TikTok is no dissimilar. Same thing with YouTube videos. Same thing with Twitch streams. The longer you do it, the more practice you have. It's the 10,000 hours. The more comfortable you are. It's like the first time I was ever on a Twitch stream, I had trouble speaking directly into the camera like I do now, and just having that like kind of flowing stream of consciousness, being able to kind of have my thoughts become an audible conscious part of the stream. It was very uncomfortable for me. But, you know, after a few years, you get better at it. You're more comfortable, yada, yada, yada. Same thing with YouTube videos. Same thing with like learning video editing. Same thing with learning an instrument. Same thing with learning how to draw. TikTok and YouTube Shorts, it's very similar. So like learning the cadence, learning the perfect time. Like, are your clips 15 seconds? Are they a minute long? That's a really long time in Twitch Shorts, so it better be content worthwhile. But maybe yours is. Because I had fought the TikTok surge for so long, because I took on old man mentality. My mentality is, ugh, TikTok, that's gonna go away. That's a fucking fad. Oh, Vine 2.0, that's not gonna catch on. Wow, what idiot would make a Vine 2.0? Vine ended up in the dumpster. It was that bad. People played with it for a year and then they threw it away. Why am I gonna waste my time making content on this?
I did make the mistake of being like, I'm not an in-person cell phone content creator. What the fuck am I gonna do with TikTok?
There's that too, right? And then also a lot of the content that was making its way outside of TikTok, it was honestly, not to be too shitty, but it was thoughts and bimbos and himbos making kissy faces and dancing at the camera. And I was like, I don't do this. My audience isn't over here. But I completely ignored.
Basically, yeah. For me, it was like, I'm a game streamer and podcast. Like, I'm not here to prank my parents. Like,
right. But it was very myopic, because once as you've seen now, I'm sure if you've been scrolling around and checking out the platform, TikTok has everything. So man, you should see the Red Dead Redemption clips on TikTok. There's a huge Red Dead Redemption 2 community on there.
As of Friday, I'm gonna have, like, because I only had a couple that I got from last week's stream of it. Because it's that that beginning introduction of just cutscenes and shit.
Yeah.
I did have one where I rolled the carriage over and killed us all, but that one was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's that clip. Take that, put that on TikTok. That's people get a kick out of it. And then you could literally build a little community, just posting gaming clips. So like I said, I ignored all the good stuff from TikTok. I only focused on the cheesy stuff and the bad stuff, and I cast it aside. I ignored it. And as people I know that use the platform, which honestly weren't that talented or interesting, they managed to blow up to tens, hundreds of thousands. Even one girl I know is at the million. She's almost at the 2 million mark in TikTok followers. Now she's a hot girl with big tits who can dance pretty well. So like she found her audience over there. Yeah. But again, she was doing that. She was doing that pre-TikTok and getting just about no traction. But started doing it on TikTok. Embraced the platform before anyone else did. An early adapter, and was able to reap the rewards of it. So
well, look at, like, you have people like Nikki who is like, nope, it knows my algorithm. Like, they're all in. It is a little crazy when you go to like look up like I was looking up the Call of Duty hashtags, and it's like this particular hashtag has had 40 billion views.
Exactly.
And it's like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
It was kind of a whole new world for me last night as far as like that sort of thing. Like, I don't, I'm obviously not expecting miracles on it, but some traction would be nice.
Well, that's the best part about it versus Twitch. Twitch has got the Twitch's algorithm. It's called they call it the Kingmaker algorithm. Because if you're looking to find a new stream, you go to the category of the game that you want to watch. And then if you're in the top 10 or so, that's most likely where new viewers are going to land. Their new viewers are not going to scroll through,
no,
page after page after page of streamers that they never heard of playing the same game.
No.
So
and that's why, like, I somewhat avoid like the major buzz shit too. Like, everybody was streaming Elden Ring, and I was kind of like, it's so saturated right now.
Yeah.
And you also, like, the other thing is, like, it does factor into how good you are at some of the games too.
Sure. Well, yeah. No.
Like, if you're playing a game and you're just dog shit, and all you're doing is, like, Elden Ring specifically, all you're doing is like bitching about getting your ass whooped. Nobody wants to watch you in your pity party.
No, they want to watch people, who are damn good at the game, or who are very
funny. Have fun and are willing to learn, and like, there is merit into watching somebody who just does this shit over and over. Like, people will watch that.
Right.
As long as they're not like bitter about it.
They will watch. However, they won't be able to find you if you're at the bottom of the page.
Oh, fuck no.
Unfortunately. But that's where places that are nice about it, like nice about discovery, like TikTok and YouTube, where it's like, oh, you know what? We want people to stay on the platform. So how the algorithms work on TikTok and YouTube and all that is they take your video, they show it to the people that like you've hashtagged, like the communities that you've hashtagged, as well as the community, as well as like they have their own bots that kind of scan the video for what.
Yeah, those adding tags thing becomes cumbersome.
Yeah, that could be annoying. Well, you know what it is, dude. You should there are a few websites.
I have a Word document now.
Yes, I've got an iPad notes with
yeah, like what's worked, what's
right, exactly. So you got to find the right hashtags, but that's once you have them, you keep them, and then you just use those to post. Hello, Leo, thank you for the follow. Once you have them, you post them. Whenever you post content under those hashtags, how the algorithm works. It looks at your hashtags. It looks at other posts that you've made, and it looks at what it's like kind of scanned your content for. Because as you know, like the thing does look, it does look at the content itself. It does analyze the content itself, especially for anything that might be illicit or salacious. Because TikTok especially is very anti-human body and cuss words and that kind of stuff. You said it blurred out the word masturbation, you said, right, in your video?
When it didn't, like on the video, there's like a little eye with a cross out symbol, and you just have to click on it and say watch anyways. It's sensitive content.
Right.
I can't believe this one fucking Call of Duty video is at almost 700 views.
Amazing.
For what reason?
Is it your first video?
No.
Wow.
No, not at all.
Because first videos usually get a bump. Like very first ever TikTok will get a bump.
I went through and I posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 last night. I had a couple already there, but like 2 of them are in the 180s. My podcast one is almost 200. My Sea of Thieves one is almost 200. My one Call of Duty one where I'm singing ABBA's 234.
Hilarious.
And then this one where the one guy I was playing with literally like beats a character in Warzone to death because he didn't have a weapon. That's at almost 700 fucking views. It's insane.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, dude. So like, if you keep making content that people want to watch like that, either that's funny or relevant or helpful,
we'll be doing more Warzone clips.
Oh yeah, the algorithm, and you. Some people look at the algorithm like, ugh, the algorithm is holding me down. That makes no sense, because YouTube, TikTok, they want people to stay on the platform for as long as humanly possible, because they want them to buy ads and buy bits, and it's in their best interest to have you, the viewer, stay on that, never leave that app. And the way they do that is by serving them up content constantly, just an endless stream of worthwhile content. So long as it's a tall order, and it sounds a lot easier than it is to have happen, but if you can create content that people will stick around for and watch all the way through, it is in YouTube and TikTok's and whatever other platforms' best interest to serve that content up to their audience. And they know that, and their algorithm will show that. So as long as you don't break too many rules in doing so, you're good. They will serve up your content to the audience that you're looking for, so long as it's so long as they.
A little concerned.
What's up? Which one?
Because the clip starts off with we're talking about how like Disney back in '85 when they made Back to the Future was like, this is a little incesty, and so they had to change some of the stuff. So the comparison was like, it's kind of fucked up that Disney's being called groomers now, but back then they were like, this is weird.
Yeah.
And I was worried that saying the term groomer was going to get us in trouble.
It might. See, that's the thing about YouTube. It might overhear.
This is TikTok.
Yeah. That's the thing. We talked about this last night. there's stuff that flies on Instagram. There's stuff that flies on YouTube. There's stuff that flies on Twitch, and there's stuff that flies on TikTok, and not all those are the same things.
I also framed it in a like Disney is being called group. Like I didn't call them that.
Right.
And I think it's really kind of, not only is it stupid, but it's crazy that like, it's not what you say. It really, we are in the day and age of like, it's how you say things. Like certain things, it's what you say, but you can get away with a lot if you phrase it differently.
I mean, generally speaking, if your intentions are clear, you should be good. But again, this is like, listen, man, there are people who've had full videos demonetized on YouTube because they said something that, they did not like. The platform itself was not a fan of what was said for one reason or another. Most people usually it's financially based. Same reason why YouTube most likely got rid of the dislike button, and it wasn't the lie that they told everyone, where it was for the well-being of new content creators. That was a bullshit lie. What it really was protect corporate interest, because when whatever Megacorp was spending the time to make a trailer video for one of their new movies, and it sucks ass, and everybody knows that it sucks, so that it gets ratioed to oblivion because the vast majority of people know that this movie is going to be ass, and it turns into bad publicity. Well, that hurts YouTube's bottom line. So that's why they got rid of. That's the real reason why they got rid of the dislike button. It wasn't for some random new creator like you or I, or some mental health thing. It was to protect their bottom line. Anyway,
that's what it's always about, though.
Exactly.
They're all so fucking dishonest.
So the same thing with the various degrees of censorship that you find on these platforms. It's primarily for their bottom line. Although for TikTok might be a little different because, like I said, the Chinese propaganda machine is at work. So who knows what's motivating it over there.
I'm just gonna start streaming Lost Ark so I can get TikTok hits.
Well, also, by the way, once you hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, you can live stream.
I only have fucking 12 followers so far.
Listen,
but we're in
the
beginning.
You will get there. I have faith. Just keep.
Well, the ultimate goal is to build the user, or build the base of the people watching, the user base, and then move some of the content over to Patreon and do things like Twitch streams and then Patreon streams for the podcast.
Yeah,
shit like that.
That's excellent. Hey, Lugia. What's up?
Is there any way to get the YouTube comments within the Twitch chat, or no?
Not in the Twitch chat. As you see, they show up on my screen.
Yeah.
So I'm using a bot that combines both chats, both YouTube and Twitch, and blends them for me to see. But I don't think. You know what? I think there is one way to do it. What you have is the bot itself repost the comment in the Twitch chat, but it's annoying. Because what ends up happening is...
then it's always like a bot posted a comment.
Right, the bot is posting the comment in Twitch, and if the YouTube chat is blowing up, it is drowning out the Twitch chat, and vice versa. It could be pretty annoying. Hey, Two Wokes here. What's up, T-Woke? What's up, baby?
I gotta figure out what to stream tomorrow.
Go with your gut.
My gut's telling me something that may not be worth it. It keeps telling me to do Deadpool.
Oh, that's fun. I never played that game, but I heard good things.
You can't even buy it anymore. It's delisted.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of my reasons for, like, maybe it would be people would watch it because it's like a delisted game and shit.
Why is it delisted?
Licensing issues. I think whenever licensing changed hands, they either didn't renew the licensing for the character in the game or whatever, but it's a delisted title.
Wow.
A lot of those Marvel ones did because of licensing, though. Like all of the Spider-Man games, for the most part, are delisted. X-Men Wolverine is delisted. You had that Punisher game that came out when the original movies came out in like 2000s. That's delisted. Of course, I have them all downloaded from abandonware websites, but that's
Sure.
you know. Because why not? You won't let me buy them? Fuck you then.
Yeah, fuck you. Hey, Two Oak, you love the bitches. So, how do you think about this drawing? What are your thoughts? Yay or nay? If this girl was a Twitch streamer, would you head over there? Would you watch her get in the pool?
Boy, we went right to hot tub.
Yeah, that's where it is. Two Oak will tell me straight. Straight shooter.
Would you give it a go? Go. That sounded like what's his face? Dice Man.
That's Dice Clay. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I was going for. Hickory dickory dock.
Told me to fuck a silly, so I put on a clown suit. Just the most ridiculous jokes. Told me to fuck a hotter, so I fucked her twice and hit her with a brick. It's just like, what? One of my favorite comedy albums of all time is his Bomb Set, The Day the Laughter Died.
That's the one where he just people are just not laughing and he's like shitting on them, like that one?
Yeah, the jokes. It's a double album where he's purposely bombing. Like every joke he does is so he knows they're not gonna go well.
Oh, that's so
it was
good.
like he went on at like 1 in the fucking morning. He was telling material that he knew people weren't gonna like. Like he was just in total fucking mode.
Oh, that's so cool, man. That's so fucking badass. Just fucking going for it like that.
And this was when he was like pretty fucking popular. Like this wasn't just like I'm up and coming. This was like Dice was a name.
You know, it's funny, man. Some comedians have been known to deliberately tell shitty jokes and then to dig themselves a hole that they then have to get out of. So, like, you then have to... I think it was a...
You have a lot of crowd work dudes that do that. Like, Chris Rock is known for that, too. He's talked about that. I was watching a documentary on stand-up comedy, and one of his things is like... He's like, I don't want people to laugh at everything. He's like, I want to laugh, and then I want to boo, and then I want to gasp, and then I want to laugh. Like they've got their own cadence of how they want to hear the audience. It's
right.
Interesting.
The comedian, you know what? It was Marlon Wayans, and it was Marlon Wayans when he was at his like height, like his celebrity height. And he was still doing stand-up, and he found that unfortunately at the comedy clubs, the audience was like they were giving it up too easy. So he realized like, oh, he's not getting a legitimate. He's getting laughs because he's Marlon Wayans. He's not getting laughs because the comedy is solid. So what he would do, that's when he started implementing
telling shit jokes.
Right, I'm gonna lose the room. I want to get rid of all of the I'm laughing just because this is Marlon Wayans telling me a joke. And then he would work to get them back, which I thought that's fucking awesome.
Well, that's like Seinfeld. Like, do I find Seinfeld funny? Yeah, but I can't honestly say that I would be laughing out loud. Like, or I do laugh out loud watching his comedy. But if I spent the money to go see Seinfeld and he was in front of me, I'd be laughing really goddamn hard.
Yeah, you better get that money.
Yeah.
Money's worth. Okay, you know what? It's about 10:15. I know I've only been streaming about a little shy of 3 hours, but I think I'm going to call it a night. I don't want to go until 3 a.m. again. I'm going to finish this up. I've been going to bed around... Wait, so Tuok, you didn't answer my question, man. Is this lady a Twitch streamer whose chat you'd hang out with or not?
Would you be a simp for her?
Two Oak says social effect when other people around you laugh as well. Sure, just like the laugh tracks. Somebody once did a test where they removed the drawing Two Oak, where they removed the laugh track from The Big Bang Theory, and without the here too. Look, here's the drawing closer version. Without the laugh track on The Big Bang Theory, there almost seems like there are no jokes. The jokes are so unfunny.
That's one of the things I don't like about those shows is the laugh track. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, if it, I guess if it fits, like, if you're talking like old school Full House or some shit, that's one thing. But like Big Bang Theory and those type shows, like, haven't we moved past where we need a laugh track?
Right, 2.5 Men.
Yeah, exactly.
These are shows that were around when comedy like The Office, Parks and Rec, shows
which
that
destroyed the laugh track. Yeah.
Right, Curb Your Enthusiasm, shows that were able to make you laugh without having some editor telling you when to laugh because of the fucking track.
The laugh track is a really old ideal because I think the whole idea is it tries to, like, all TV was filmed in front of live audiences.
Yes.
So it was all real laughter. So the laugh tracks just try to emulate really old school design.
Yeah, it was. It comes from the heyday of TV and even movies, where it was basically put on like a theater production. Like that's what they were going off of.
It was impolite not to laugh when they were saying when the jokes were.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was rude. It wasn't like a choice. It was like, no, you laugh. You're a live audience. Yeah. And then everybody's in suits and shit, and they all fucking laugh.
Two Oak, this isn't a real streamer. This is just a gal I made up. I just want to know if she Two Oak, I just want to know if she did exist. Would you hang out on her stream? That's it's
what Mike thinks he'll look like after the transition.
That's right. This is exactly right. This is what I'm going to send to the doctor.
Fix me up, Doc. Is what I want to be.
Big titties, Doc.
Tired of getting called Garbage Pail Joe.
Not really 2 Oak's type. 2 Oak, you're not into goth girls? Big titty goth GF? Man, this is shocking.
That's 100% me in high school. Just nothing but the big titty goth chicks.
I mean, sure. Listen.
I mean, come on though. They were the one. They were hot, but they weren't as pretentious as the hot girls. So it was like, I could talk to you.
Yeah, agreed. They were very publicly damaged. So perfect for yours truly.
Just like me. So we worked.
All right, I am taking off. Matthew, thank you for joining me. Let me know what kind of content you post.
Oh yeah, I'll post links. I mean, in the Discord, there's tons of shit, but I'll hit you up with stuff.
Please do. I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good stream. Have a good rest of your day, and have a good stream, Matt.